see these guys have more success and do things, because that's what brotherhood is, and then we can vacation somewhere in the off season after they get paid, and it won't be nothing to them.
Do you feel like you can make more money in these last 3 weeks?
Nah, I think I'm pretty set. I'm pretty set.
What's set at what?
What? I don't think like my money's gonna change. I think I'm a difference maker, and I'll probably be treated like a difference maker, and I've proven that over and over again. So I don't think, in these next 3 weeks I'm gonna gain $20 million. I think I'm pretty much capped. Like,
what's that cap at?
I mean, I think I'm the best player in the world. Like,
Okay.
I don't throw numbers out there like that. I'll see what they willing to give me.
Okay, so I mean, I know you were quoted a couple weeks ago said you didn't have to be the highest paid.
No, I don't.
But it would be nice.
It would just be nice to be surrounded by good players. You know what I mean? Players that's gonna help you win championships. I say that. To me, having $40 million and chipped every play and slid to with 3-4 people, I don't think that sounds too fun to me.
Okay.
So, to me, it's about people that can keep making a difference. And obviously, we're going to get Sam back and we're going to get some of them players back. So we'll see how it breaks down. But I want to keep as many guys as possible. Or, however, they're going to make the cap work. I don't know how.
So you're telling Steven you don't need 40?
No, I don't need 40.
You know, huh?
I don't need 40.
38?
I need to be somewhere where I can be like, I can have a lake house.
That could be 20.
It could be 1.
It could be anywhere. It could be a lake house in Lake Tahoe. You don't know. That's 50.
Obviously, the flexibility comes from, if you look at last offseason, the flexibility would come from getting it done sooner in the offseason rather than later. Do you kind of look back at last offseason, how it all played out, and maybe try to take some influence and trying to get it done?
Yeah, I'm going to try to work with them as much as possible to attack free agency and try to, I want to be back with this team. Like I said, I want to, to me, this offseason, I want to be here. I want to get these guys right. I want to take big steps. So hopefully it can be done sooner than later. And that way we can attack other.
How are these mobile quarterbacks where you be chasing and chasing and chasing?
Yeah. I feel like that's the part about being a Lion. That's the mentality. You can't ever get tired of the hunt. I think that's the best part is the hunt. Like the constant, I got to get him, I got to get him, I got to eat. That's part of the process. You can't get tired of that. I think it makes it exciting because when I get close, they feel it. They be like, all right, Mike. And then when I get them, it's like, I got you. It's all, love and war out there on the field.
Mike, is this a big weekend for you with rooting for your home state between Penn State and the Philadelphia Eagles, both? You rooting for both Penn State and the Philadelphia Eagles?
Nah, at this point, it's fuck Philly now. Even if we got eliminated, I got to crush Philly, fuck them. I hate them now because I be seeing them just talking so much.
Well. Yeah, I stopped it early. Sorry, it was a little long. But basically, Micah said, F Philly. He's tired of getting trolled. What's going on, everybody? Game Time Brian, otherwise known as, I didn't get a chance to do my lunchtime chat. Running. As always, this time of year is very busy to be a mailman. I'm trying to do YouTube and do my full-time job. It is what it is. We got a couple people waiting. I'm going to let them in now, and then I'll get to the chat. We got Randy and Troy Daniels both coming in. But let's get to the chat real quick. We got none other than Chris May. Everybody sub up to his gaming channel if you haven't already. CZ, what's going on, my man? Arturo Gomez, hello, everyone. Chat, Game Time, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Just running. Sorry I didn't get a lunchtime chat out there. I could have, but I wanted to get home, to be honest with you. Chris, I'm going to play Castlevania. I saw Chris play that. I used to play that back in the day. Jimbo, what's going on, bro? How are you? Hey, Brian, I'm really concerned about these drones in Jersey. Yeah, Victor, I'm a little concerned about a few things. Let me get this off of the page. The drones, not to get too political, but basically they're hovering around Bedminster. They're really, you got to remember, the handover is happening soon between Biden and Trump, and it's all political. It's nothing bad, Victor, that's happening towards us. It's just a lot of of our tax dollars being wasted with this type of stuff. But just like I was just sent an article saying, Elon. See, that's the one thing about Elon that's scary is that, I like him, but he wants to cut and slash, and we'll see what he does with the post office. But stay tuned for that. Jeff Lee, what's up, my man? Ultra. Micah wants to win. I was in the middle of doing a video, and I realized that, that it was getting time to go live here. And we'll talk about that tonight. Micah wants to win. He's not demanding anything. He wants a fair deal. He wants just enough to get that cabin in the woods. But
of course, every player wants that, don't they?
Exactly. Jeff Lee.
Hello, everybody in the room.
Yeah, I'm getting to you guys. West Virginia, Jeff Lee, Arturo, Bruce Banner. Please make Micah again. I don't think that necessarily going to happen, but again, Micah is playing the best of anybody since his return. He's killing it. But anyway, what's up, gentlemen? I'll get to the rest of you guys shortly. We got Randy, we got Troy. How are you?
Doing good
Fine.
here.
How y'all doing? How
Loving
y'all
the
doing?
day. Doing good here, Randy. How about you?
No, I'm doing great. Just kind of kick back.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the way it's been today for me too.
Yeah, I hear you. You got Sugar Daddy. What's up, man? You got Sugar Daddy, Vinny Hagen, Jay Smooth's in the house. Prime time is prime time. Prime time. I've been in the waiting
Bill,
room.
yeah, I saw him on your list to let in, but
Okay, I didn't see it. I didn't know, brother.
there he is.
Sorry, I'm multitasking.
You started talking and then you didn't click me.
Sorry, brother. I didn't notice you were in there. I wouldn't leave you
That's
hanging.
it. Brian's fired. Phil,
Yeah.
you
Like,
took
oh,
over
okay,
the
I see how it
show.
is.
I can't. I didn't realize. I thought that I already clicked everybody in. I can't. Neither the arch rival Washington Deadskins and Philadelphia Eagles. Julian, Eagles for overlooking the Washington Redskins. They're the Commandos. They're overlooking them. Again,
I think they are too this week.
Again,
that's not going to be an easy game in
Drew,
Washington.
It's funny, Drew wants me to concede certain things. And listen, Eagles, I've been very nice to you guys. I do think that your defense is playing great. Let's not forget where Dallas's defense, Drew likes to say you guys are done for the long haul. Again, we were top 5 last year and you were 26th in the league in defense. It changes on a dime. We had a lot of injury. Now, we're going to lose some players, but we're also going to get a lot back. So, again, Mike Aldana, what's up? I don't know what you guys think regarding this week's game. I believe that we're going to play well and probably lose. Now, I don't know that...
we can hope.
Yeah, well, I think we could actually win. A Tampa's defense
it depends.
stinks.
Is Baker Mayfield going to Baker Mayfield us? Is he going to just play so lousy? He throws for 5 interceptions or 5 turnovers of some kind, and then we're able to win the game that way because guess what? That's a quarterback that can very much do that exact same thing,
Agree.
He throws a lot of interceptions on the goal line too.
Yep. But then again, he could tear us up and throw for the NFL record. You never know what kind of Baker Mayfield is going to show up.
Exactly.
That's what we need in our backup. That's what I like. I Trey Lance. And what gives us more of a Baker Mayfield chance than Trey Lance?
Yeah, and he's busted our ass before, but again,
he has.
Again,
In Cleveland as well, right?
I'm more concerned about what we're going to do, how we're going to cover on the outside, stuff like that. That's more my concern without Diggs. So it'll be interesting. But we'll be watching it, so I'm going to try and make that game. I'll be out all day Sunday, but I'm going to try and get in hopefully by 6
weekend
o'clock.
for you, man. This week has been crazy busy for us, and things are changing where we're at, and promotions are happening, and man, but I thought I was busy before, but man, it's getting kind of crazy. And then the holidays, obviously, the season's kind of winding down for us. But the playoffs are right around the corner, the exciting part of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, the exciting part starts tomorrow night with the college playoffs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
gonna
won't
be
be
nice.
able to stream tomorrow night, unfortunately, but I'll be able to do next week's. I'll be able to do the New Year.
We got like a lot of little small things. Like we got the little one that we're taking, and you can be up in
What's that,
Pennsylvania.
Rolo?
So we plan like we go to casino, things like that. Things we can't do.
Yeah, and that's why I said we and Phil were trying to discuss when we're doing his broadcast, but I don't think.
More like a Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, people. It's just the way it worked out this year. Like Phil knows, normally I have my act together. I do not this
But
year.
let's be real, man. If you weren't coming around talking to me, sometimes I sometimes don't think about this stuff too. Because that
so
Saturday,
busy with work.
obviously, I have a company party that night, all this
Yeah,
stuff.
then
Obviously, I wasn't going to do it Saturday. I knew that, but I didn't say anything.
know. Yeah, well, you didn't say
Yeah.
nothing, so you just.
So that's
made
what
me-
I'm saying.
Okay, well, that's good.
In my
then.
mind,
Yeah,
I explain it like my 8-year-old, my 10, 12-year-old.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't know the information that's in your head. Like,
yeah, I don't know what's in your head. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
right.
I'm constantly like at the last minute, I tell you shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, I don't normally. He thinks I'm just so boring
Waiting
that
by
I
the
have no
phone.
life. So
Yeah, you're like, can we do it now? All right, fine. Game time. Let's do everything you want
Mark
to do.
comes streaming from Dak's bedroom. He loves the broadcast with the Dak mic.
Tequila drinks for the company party. That's how you get fired, and you're no longer a part of the company. I've seen some people, because we do events and everything like that, and I've seen some, secretaries and assistants and stuff get fired over events.
Well, listen,
They drink too much.
I have a question for you. I did a video this morning. I only did my morning drive video, and I didn't know what to
That was
talk
pretty
about.
good. I liked it. It was
I
good.
didn't know what to talk
The
about
NFL.
until I started talking.
Blabbing your mouth out. I don't know what I'm going to say until I open my mouth.
But see, what I do is Randy and Phil and Troy and Chris. What I do is I kind of take what I'm hearing from the people that I trust, and then I use my own logic. I don't have to answer to nobody. We don't work for a radio station. We don't work for DallasCowboys.com. We don't have to worry. But what I do know, before this game starts, what I do know is my owner and general manager likes comfortable, right? He likes comfortable. He's not going out and getting somebody that everybody wants. And I was telling, and I made a video, and I really do believe this. I believe that they are going to move on from Mike McCarthy. Especially, here's the only caveat, that if they say, listen, you can't call the plays. If that means Brian Schottenheimer, which I don't know that they would go for, I believe they're going to bring a Kellen Moore back to be the head coach and Zimmer as the defensive coordinator. Why? Because it's comfortable, and Kellen's quote-unquote killing it in Philly, even though the passing offense is not great.
Yeah.
But
There was a guy at my work that was mentioning Rico, and he's like, "Oh, Rico." I'm like, "Oh, finally put him at the feature back." He goes, "Yeah, the only problem is that he's outplaying the front office." And I said, "Oh, meaning like they're gonna have to pay him in the offseason, or they're gonna have to go somewhere else." He goes, "No." He goes, "I think we're gonna end up taking him again, but I think he's gonna do so good that they're gonna feel like we took care of running back when we re-signed Rico."
No.
And I was like,
No.
"Shit, actually, that does make sense. That's crap." But they would think something stupid like that, even though, we can pick up some undrafted free agent running backs and we'll be fine the rest of the way. But they could honestly be thinking that kind of stuff.
Well, and I agree with what you're saying, but that would be a huge, huge mistake. Huge.
It would.
Huge.
Just like
Looks
this
like the
offseason.
Chargers are going to receive the opening kickoff.
Okay.
Don't be talking like that, Troy. Don't be talking
I
like that.
I heard something today. The reason that the Cowboys aren't playing the backup behind the Trey Lance, is because they don't want to have to pay him that much when the all season comes. They don't want him getting big offers from other teams.
Could be it. You never know what way that could be. They could be, if he moves on, we want somebody else to accidentally pay him too much because they didn't see enough, and they'll pay him, and we'll get a better comp pick for it. Or is it because they want to re-sign him because other people weren't giving him offers?
That's what I think they're doing.
I would think
Talk
though,
about that.
even with that, it just seems like he's done enough body of work to get some interest. You know,
Right.
Who's
I
that?
understand.
Kellen?
Trey.
No.
Oh,
Trey
Trey.
Lance.
Yeah.
Here's my
Okay.
thought on that, Randy, and I heard that same thing. Now me and Phil been talking about this for quite some time, and we both gave our thing. It's either that, or it's the opposite, that they don't want to play him because he stinks. Right? Just hear me out for a
Right.
second. Because he stinks. And in doing so, nobody's going to offer him squat, and we're not going to get any sort of comp pick, because,
I just can't believe that. I mean, teams kept signing Sam Darnold. Was it? No. Sam Bradford. There it is. Sam Bradford. That's the one I always thought for years. Every time he got signed, I'm like, how do they keep signing him? And they don't sign him for like 2 or 3 million. They kept signing him for like 15, 20 million a year. And I'm like, how is this guy still getting a job? Like it just baffled me with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get to a couple of super chats. We got
Rolo.
Rolo. What do you think about them bringing Justin Rogers back? Yeah, I was going to get to that. I thought he had a decent camp. It's some help at D-line, depth needed everywhere. Yeah, we should never have lost him, Rolo. But Phil, what's your thought?
Okay, but who didn't they? Somebody didn't trade. Ridgeway got traded. He's this off season. I think he should get a free agent. What would you bring back Ridgeway? I'd be all for bringing back Ridgeway.
But I mean, this didn't cost us anything. We just plucked him off of the practice squad.
Yeah, I definitely would bring him back though. I mean, to me, you should be going into this training camp with like 10 to 12 defensive tackles. I feel like
Jay Smooth says
you got the roster to go into the training camp, but you need to put some bodies out there.
Yeah, Jay Smooth says I heard Mike McCarthy's coming back. I'm not positive on that. It's very possible.
I've been saying that since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I think it's possible, but here's the deal. If that was the case, and Troy, you could give us the updates. I do have the game cast up so everybody could see. Chargers have the ball. If that was the case, right? They're talking all this great about McCarthy. Why haven't they said okay and signed him?
Because they're terrible at negotiating contracts.
Mark Hudson, good evening.
I heard.
What's up, Mark?
I did hear though a week and a half, 2 weeks ago that McCarthy's agent was actually actively talking to the front office of the Cowboys. I thought that was more of a known thing. So this extension is to me in the horizon.
Well, that's fine, and I don't have a problem with it because especially with the Zimmer thing, I just don't like how it's playing out now. And hear me out, guys. I think that it's actually helped them.
Hopefully, ultra.
I think it helped the team because they had so many injuries, right? Mm-hmm. That they had to play young guys who had to do nothing else but to prove their worth, right? As opposed to going with veterans, they had no choice. I would argue that the injuries to our offensive line will help us long term. Zach Martin's injury will help us long term because we got to see what a monster Brock Hoffman is.
But look at this. But you're right there. I mean, what game are we? Week 15 or so? That was week 16. This is week 15. We just had our best rushing offensive line combination, which was what, the 12th to 15th combination of the year.
Right.
So that says a lot.
Like that.
Zach Martin went out of the lineup. We all talked about. Randy brings it up. Like he was hurt. You could tell he was hurt the way that he was playing. The offensive line coach. We've talked about his coaching and how it hasn't really helped this pro type of guys like Zach Martin play. But now it makes a little bit more sense knowing that he was injured. But now this combination comes in. And what you looked at it, you got 2 first-round draft picks, and everybody else is unrestricted free agents that we picked up.
Yeah.
Man, I wish we could get Bill Callahan back.
Hoffman is a free agent after this year.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Yes,
they can match the offer, though. That's the nice thing.
I think they will. The problem that I have with this whole thing is, why did it take to game 15 to get this in order? If we can see stuff
that
like
goes
this,
back to coaching. That's why. That's my issue with McCarthy.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. I mean, he waits so long to try different things.
And I like
Why?
Zimmer, which is why
I too.
I floated out that if McCarthy doesn't want to play ball with giving up play calling and either bringing in a young guy or giving it to Schottenheimer or whoever, even the quarterback's coach, I don't know, but at least agree that you're not going to start out calling plays. We're going to try and go in a different direction. Then he can come back. I more than welcome him back. I enjoy McCarthy. He's a great leader of men, and he's a great organizer, which is
I think he can. He's eyes talent. I think he eyes talent very well.
Yes, he does. And but I have a feeling that if he says, "Hey, I'm not doing that," then they're going to move on and they're going to go to one person. And which is why I floated out that, if Eagles, and I know Eagle fans don't want to hear this, if the Eagles lose in the first round of the playoffs, they very well are going to fire their head coach. They're not in it just to make the playoffs.
I agree with you.
Make no mistake, Eagles have to make a long run in the playoffs for Dracula to have his job. Because
who?
Dracula. In order for Nick Sirianni to have his job going forward, he has to win. They invested a lot in this with
team in general.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, they are off to an unbelievable start. Yes, they have an easy schedule, but again, I'm not going to sit there and say that's why they're that good.
Yeah,
they have the sixth or eighth best, easiest schedule in the league, kind of like what we did last year, and they're doing what we did and then some.
That's what I'm banking on for next year for us.
Well, again, who knows? But because I know Drew texted me, he's like, oh, well, and then he starts going into, well, who's got the best coaching staff moving forward. Oh, whoa. Last year, your defense was 26th in the league. Ours was top 5. Just remember that. It's a year-to-year league. How bad are you injured? But there's a lot of pressure on the Eagles, and I think that if they do get knocked out early, they would seriously thinking about elevating a Kellen Moore themselves just to keep us from getting them. Now, I don't want Kellen Moore, but I know Dak would love Kellen, and especially the Joneses are familiar, right? They could still do what they do with the draft and personnel. They would have everything that they want still, correct or no?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
I agree with everything you just said.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know that I want that, but I'm just saying from the view of our front office, Randy, like, what do they want? They want comfortable, right? They
don't want somebody to come in and Jerry not be able to tell them what to do.
I mean, they're open for your suggestions, but they want to feel like they could do whatever they want, ultimately, without my coach going ballistic during an interview or during a press conference. I mean, they want to keep everything in house. They like comfortable, and they've won a lot of games, but not a lot of games that us, the fans, are excited about. Right? They've won a lot of regular season games.
Here's what I think, and nobody is talking about this. If McCarthy doesn't want to say they don't want to bring him back, they move the defensive. What's the defensive coach's name?
Zimmer.
Zimmer. They move him to the head coach.
I don't like that as much.
Well, I'm just saying that they're going to want somebody in there, and this is the problem that I have with all of this is McCarthy's had 5 years, correct?
Correct.
Well, he's not making changes when we are the most worst team of making changes from the second half.
I would love to see a combination of, like, I know this is going to sound weird. It's going to be, if you're going to take a guy like Zimmer, then if you're going to go crazy and go out there and put a Zimmer in as head coach, then give me a Ron Rivera as a defensive coordinator to get two defensive-minded guys like those two together.
Here's what I think would happen, Phil, if that were to happen. And I could see a scenario where Zimmer is the head coach. You just got to tell me who's going to be the offensive coordinator. And then Al Harris steps up as the D coordinator, and Zimmer could walk him through that whole process, help him out.
Now you're on board? You finally on board? I like it.
I'm saying that's a way.
I've been saying that, man.
That could be good. But
bring in Robert Saleh or something.
But
I like
again,
Alex Hall.
I think they really like Al Harris, and Zimmer would basically be calling the plays anyway. Al would have the defensive coordinator moniker, but who's going to be calling the offensive plays? That's where I have an issue. I still think if I had to put money, it's McCarthy, probably Schottenheimer calling the plays, or somebody outside the building that McCarthy's okay with. But I don't think that. I think Schottenheimer would be the guy. And Zimmer, and they bring the band back. If Zimmer doesn't want to play ball, then I think they bring in Kellen. He'll be the offensive coordinator / head coach. Mike Zimmer will be the defensive coordinator, and you go from there. But either way, Denver is moving the ball right down the field here. That's a helmet to helmet. That's going to be a fine. I think.
It's a personal foul.
That's if Mike Zimmer has interest on being an actual head coach still.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
right.
think he does.
He's almost 70 years old.
Yeah, I know. I personally believe we need young blood in here.
We don't know we just don't know if Mike Zimmer, dude, he's battled sickness, cancer. We don't know if he wants to deal with being the head coach.
Yeah, but I don't
right.
know, man. If you're one of those things, if you're a race car driver, you don't want to sit on the sideline. You want to race. You want to be the race car driver until you're dead. So it's like
he's probably told them. I mean, if he wants to stay a defense coordinator, I don't think they would.
I mean, he didn't.
Ultra Cowboy brings up some good points in the chat. He goes, Mike Tomlin has not made a playoff run since 2006. Have they moved on? Now, don't get me wrong, Ultra. A lot of Pittsburgh fans have been ready to move on because it's all about playoff wins. But I get what you're saying.
No, he's right. I mean,
David
Tomlin
Cowboy
is just.
I love Mike Tomlin, but again, you have to win. Again, Mark Hudson, he better if he wants to go anywhere. Let me get some of the chat real quick, and then we'll welcome in everybody else here. Only our fan base complains about coaches that are 12-5 3 seasons in a row. Ultra, you know as well as I do, bro. We want to see playoff wins. That's all. What's up, Arturo? I keep laughing, Thomas.
What about San Diego? What about San Diego and Schottenheimer, huh?
It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunately, it's the only thing that the fans feel like we can control in some way.
It's
like,
funny.
it may be different because the front office is not different. It won't change. So at least this is controllable and changeable.
Yeah, Ultra says Mike Solari needs to stay. It's funny because we've been all over the map with him. I'm hearing myself again through Thomas's phone.
Sorry, Thomas.
Not me.
No, it's Thomas. Yeah, so I mean, it's funny. I can't argue with Solari now, Ultra. I mean, our offensive line is playing lights out right now. Bruce Banner, what's going on, my man?
Against two not great teams. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm worried about. We haven't really played any great teams the last 4 weeks.
See, don't get me wrong. I was very confident about this offensive line going into the season. I love how they're playing now, but I got to take also the step back and know that
exactly
it could be fool's gold a little bit.
Well,
and the problem we know is McCarthy don't like to run the ball. I mean, let's put it where it's at.
Well, here's the thing, man.
If
you treated the game plan with Dak the way you treat it with Cooper Rush, that team would be dominant. That team would be very dominant.
You're right. You're very right. We have to run the ball to throw the ball.
Mark Huston just did a super chat. He says, Troy Aikman is GM and let them solve the issues that works for me. I would eventually love Troy Aikman. I think Troy would love it. I think what would have to happen.
Ain't gonna put up with their bullshit though. That's
Moose Johnson.
With all due respect, I think Troy would need to he come in after Jerry. You know what? Either steps away or is no longer around. And I'm not.
I do honestly think Troy. I think.
I agree,
Jerry
Jay
would
Smooth.
listen to a guy like Troy. I mean, I don't see why Jerry wouldn't.
Jay Smooth says game time. What is holding us back is Jerry Jones.
Yeah. Did y'all hear what Jerry said today?
Malik, what's up?
Did y'all hear what Jerry said today?
No.
He like 365 days a year of drama.
I know, and that's my YouTube likes that. My YouTube channel likes that as well, but I don't.
That's all
I
you need
don't
to know.
either. I don't want that. You don't want that. I mean, look how long it took to sign the two biggest contracts on our team.
I know.
Well, he could
Well,
have solved that 2 years ago.
we're all going to be in this together. As
You're
soon as
right.
this season's over, we're going to be doing these streams, and we're going to know right away the future of this team.
You're exactly right.
Like if they drag ass with the head coach, right? That has to be the first thing. They drag ass, then it's going to be the same old, same old. If they get this taken care of, this is all I'm going to say, guys. Phil, I want your opinion on here. If they're going to bring back McCarthy, it needs to happen before the end of the year. There's no reason to wait. What is the reason to wait? If you've already said that's what they want to do, it would be
Maybe they're
McCarthy.
waiting to see if someone else comes available.
No, they don't want that, man. I'm telling you, they don't want that shit. They want to keep it as comfortable as can be. They're going to play good coming down the stretch. I think they're going to win one of these games.
If they could hire Bill Parcells, they can hire someone in that, and they could do the same thing.
I just heard
don't
him.
Don't think they won't do that.
I just heard Jerry Jones talk glowingly on 105.3 The Fan, like so much so that he was talking about Bill Belichick. He goes, well, don't always believe what you hear about him going to college. And literally the next day he went to college.
See, when I look at a McCarthy kind of contract, I would see that being the last week of the year, like the end of the season. I don't know, man. That's where I see it. I don't. Yeah, I don't see it until our season at least ends.
I agree with you there. I think they're going to wait and see how we play the next couple of games, whether we're in them or we get smoked.
I honestly think Mike Zimmer's more solid to stay than McCarthy.
I do too. I agree with you. But what coach is going to want to come in here and they have to be told that's going to be your defensive coordinator. That's going to be your defensive line coach.
Yeah.
If I was coach, I'd say, listen, I need control or I don't want to coach there. And that's why a lot of these coaches don't want to come there.
A yes man will.
Yeah, that's what the problem. That's why we have these problems that we have.
Yes, sir.
I don't think McCarthy's been treated fair either. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's been able to do the things he's wanted to do. 2 years ago, he wanted to draft a tight end from the Lions. They drafted Mozzie Smith. I don't think he's had a fair shake. But who is going to have
some of the play calling, though, suspect to me, though.
It is. I agree
management,
with you.
it doesn't make sense at certain times. Seeing a West Coast offense for many years, and what we're running, it's like, huh?
Ours ain't.
And seeing what McCarthy seeing what he has ran in Green Bay compared to what he's doing here is totally different. It's somewhat the same in a certain way, but it's watered down. I can tell. We're like one-dimensional type of. I don't know how to explain it. Like just basic sets, one-dimensional. It's weird.
I could care less about Mike McCarthy after this season. Mike Zimmer needs to stay.
I forgot to pick the games today. Fuck. See, this is what I do.
I don't think I did either. So most coaches.
If the defense plays lights out the next 3 weeks in a row, Mike Zimmer got to stay.
Well, Mike Zimmer should stay. Again.
Yeah.
I mean, that defense, I'm not saying they're world beaters, but, that defense has been solid as hell the last month and a half, 2 months.
FBA Nard. Let me get to the chat real quick. FBA Nard, shout out to you, bro. I'm an Eagle fan. A Cowboy's going to be fine. Just sad year. You two, you're going to be second place next year. Hey, listen, we'll see. Like I told Drew, let's get through this year before we start looking at next year. A year in the NFL is a lifetime. Let's see what they do in free agency. Let's see who they decide to bring back. Let's see who they draft, and let's go from there. I mean, again, like I just pointed out, we were the top 5 defense last year with actual Pro Bowlers. I'm not trying to be rude, but we actually have skins on the wall. Eagles are playing great team defense this year. Shout out to them. That's helping them with their win streak. We'll see. I mean, again, it's going to be exciting. I'm actually looking forward to this offseason. Me and Phil talk about it. We like draft picks. We like higher draft picks. Picking in the late 20s stinks. So I'm excited.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot going on with this team in the next 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about. You know, if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong. Regardless, we'll have fun. You know, but yeah, it looks like the Chargers are getting ready to score to tie it up. Let's see what they do. They got 2nd and goal inside the 5. Hell of a year by Jim Harbaugh, even though he's a weirdo. A hell of a year by him.
All his health issues, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, I don't mean it that way, but yeah, he
No.
he lives in an RV
I-
full time. That's a little odd.
It's dedication.
Dedication. Ooh, that's a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Oof. Damn. There's a bunch of rushing. Oh wait, they're saying he was down. I think that's wrong. Are they? Oh no, they're not.
Okay. No, I think it's just
I don't see
look
how
at how things changed quick. The 49ers won the Super Bowl last year. Man, it's almost like they hit a brick wall this year.
Well, that's what I'll back you up on what you just said. How can you say that we're going to be second next year and they're going to be first?
You don't know.
You don't know their injury problem.
Exactly.
The Cowboys are getting pretty young. They're getting pretty young pretty quick.
It all depends, right? But I'm not here to talk about how good we're going to be. We'll let the skins on the wall decide that. We'll wait, you know, but I'm going to take it step by step. Yeah, he's already talking about, certain people are talking about coaching staffs. Again, if the Eagles lose in the first round of the playoffs, there's a good chance Sirianni gone. And then it's a total
I agree
difference.
with you.
I hate to say it. I'm not saying I want him fired. I don't care less. I'm just saying if you're looking outside in, he was skating on thin ice. Everybody knows it. I got to let my dog out.
I'll say it. I hope he comes back because I don't think he's a good coach.
all right. So it's gonna be tie score 7-7. It's gonna be one of those Thursday night football games.
Yeah, who has the ball last?
Right now, we're looking at the Birds, you know? But again, it's here and gone quick. That's all I'll say.
It is.
Listen, if you would have told me that we would have had the amount of injuries that we've had, and I've heard a lot lately, oh, you're using injuries as an excuse. I never once, Eagle fans, look at me when I say this, I never once said the Cowboys were Super Bowl material. Never. So let's keep that as a baseline. We weren't going to the Super Bowl, okay, regardless of injuries. But we were making the playoffs. You make no mistake about it. We were going to wild card our ass into the playoffs, and I'm just shocked. Overshown, right? Another knee injury. Diggs, another knee surgery.
Bland was out for how long?
Bland has
all four pass rushers.
Sam Williams gone for the year. I mean, it just goes. I can't even. I'm going to forget half of it. Well, D-Law basically has checked out, boys. That was another thing that they were talking about. D-Law is not returning this year. He's making a business decision, and I don't blame him.
I don't blame him.
In concert with the team doctors, he has had some foot issues over the years, and they're not in the playoffs, even though there's a 1% chance. That should end this week if the Eagles take care of business. Or actually, no. If it won't end this week, unfortunately. If Eagles win, it won't end it. It would have to take a commando win for us to be eliminated. But he's not coming back. So, what's your thought about that? Are you guys upset that he's not coming back, or do you understand it? Go ahead, Randy.
No, I understand because you know what? I mean, we're not going to, let's face it, we're not going to go into the playoffs this year. For one, you think about this, as many injuries as we've had this year, and we still won 6 games, and we're close to winning a few more. So really and truly, it could be 8-6 right now. It could be the other way around. Had we had no injuries, what would we be right now?
Yeah, again, and everybody in the chat, Eagle fans especially, that doesn't mean we were going to the Super Bowl. Trust me when I tell you.
I never said that.
I know, but that's what I'm getting. Oh, you guys sucked anyway. Again, that's not fair, guys. It's not. We never said we were good enough to get to the Super Bowl. But you see how our defense is playing over the last 4 weeks. You could say what you want. You play with what you play. None of the Eagles fans are asking for anything less that you had an easy schedule this year, right? You won against the teams that you've won against, and you deserved your record. You play who you play. So please don't throw that against Dallas when we say, since Mike has returned from his high ankle sprain, we are number 1 in the league in defense. We have 22 sacks over the last 4 games. Micah leads the league in pressures, even missing, 4 games? 5 games? You guys may not like Micah. You might, sign him for a lifetime contract, whatever. He's a good football player. He needs help, people, like every other football player. But anyway. Anyway, what's going on? Bruce Banner, Game Time. I want to see you versus Big Sills. Bruce Banner, Big Sills is scary. I ain't gonna lie to you. Big Sills is, Big Sills is Big Sills. He's played the game, but I would like to call him out on his bullshit. But anyway, so Phil, what do you got going on, bro?
But say I'm watching Bo Nix actually play pretty well right now.
Yeah, he's killing it. I didn't start him in fantasy in my money league. Guys, get this. I had Bo, because I lost Dak for the year, right? So I have Bo Nix, I have Russell Wilson, and I picked up, and I'm starting him this week on a flyer because my son's got a stud team.
Atlanta.
I picked up Michael Penix.
Yeah.
And I'm starting him this week. And my son, I know he's looking at it like, holy shit. Because I picked up Atlanta's defense. I'm like, it could be big. I hate starting guys on Thursday. I got McConkey, and he's probably not going to do nothing tonight. But I had to play him. I was kind of limited.
Oh, go Bo.
Well, Brian, I have a question for you. What would happen if you took the same injuries and put them on Philadelphia's side this year without a quarterback, without, some of your main players on defense? What would happen in the same situation, wouldn't it be?
Eagles have 2 losses, right? One against Atlanta that probably shouldn't have happened. That was a drop by Saquon.
I agree.
So let's be honest. They've lost 1 game, and they got worked in that game. It coincides with the 1 game they didn't have their 2 offensive weapons. They lost to Tampa, and they didn't have AJ or Devontae, and they got smoked. All I'm saying is, God forbid you guys had that type of injury. The Commandos might be the team winning the division. That's just how it works. That's why.
I agree with you.
That's why, Randy, I said about a month ago, I said, stop looking at next year, Eagle fans. Go win a Super Bowl this year. And I have and I'm going to reiterate this. I have family, extended family, that roots for that are big-time Eagle fans. I will not be rooting for the Eagles. But if the Eagles were to go on and win a Super Bowl, after it's over, I will be happy for them. I don't have hate. I really don't. I'd have no hate. I'm not like Bad Dog Sports who hates the Eagles. I don't. I try and keep it real, and it seems like if I say anything not positive, everybody takes it as I'm just hating. It is what it is. I guess it helps the channel, but I don't have no hate. I'm just calling it how I see it, and we're gonna roll. I will never root for the Eagles. Yeah, I'm not rooting for him, Vinny. I already said I'm not rooting for him. But after it's over, I ain't gonna hate. I'm gonna give them their respect and congratulate them and be happy for my extended family who are all diehard Eagle fans. So that's all. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it at that. The Panther, yes, very good, Ultra. See, that's how I know I miss. They also, Xavier Legette, or whatever his name is, Legette, dropped the ball for Carolina that could have potentially won the game. Now, there was a minute left in the game, so we can't totally say that the Eagles would have lost, but I don't think Eagles had any timeouts. So, yes, you're right with that, Ultra. You are. Bad Dog hates the Eagles. He does, Malik. I don't hate the Eagles. I don't. But I'm not rooting, Bruce. I said if they win, I'll be happy for my family members, but I can't root for them. We got young, great stars everywhere in cap space. You have young players. You don't have the cap space we got, or what we're going to have, because you got your contracts that are going to start hitting. That's why Howie didn't go out and spend a lot of money, because he knows what's coming up on the horizon. But Eagles always find a way. Eagles have way more dead money than the Cowboys have. That's just a different philosophy. And the Eagles have had more recent success than Dallas, which is why us Cowboy fans are all pissed off because we could do this, right, guys? We could have more dead money. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. You know,
I do hope they go out and get some free agents this year, though. We're going to know real quick what they're going to do.
Yeah, we are. We are. What's up, Loyal? How are you, buddy?
What's going on?
How you been, man?
I'm good. Just chilling.
Just chilling. The drinking a bud. What's that? Oh, sorry. We got Troy Daniels in the house. Is he? Hey, Troy, you snacking or like what are you doing?
I'm just sitting here watching the game and watching something on YouTube. My wife is watching too.
Okay.
Yeah, I finally watched
I'm
that.
multitasking.
Okay.
I watched that Carry On. That was good.
It was pretty good, right? Yeah. What's up?
I watched that.
That was a good movie, by the way.
Yeah.
I watched that last night.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? It's a little. Yeah.
I watched that
was good.
JFK thing you were talking about.
What'd you
Game
think
Time.
about that?
It was pretty convincing. That guy.
Robert.
I
Dude.
watched the jail version, not the. I'm not sure which video you guys were talking about, but I
I
watched
could
it when
send it to you. I could send
he
it
was
to you.
interviewed in jail, and man, it was pretty convincing. And I think we all knew all along there was multiple people involved in that anyway, you know.
Yeah, man, he was, and Wade. I was excited for Wade to watch because Wade lives, right there. He knows.
Yeah, that was a pretty
I actually
crazy
walked-
interview.
Yeah, I walked the scene. I kind of walked
But
around and looked at all the
did you
angles.
watch that? I'm gonna
With
send it to you.
JFK? No, send it to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it to. Well, Robert said he saw it.
I watched it too. That was a freaky video.
I'm telling you, and the guy was his recall. His recall was ridiculous. So I'm going to send it to Ultra too. I did tell Ultra. I don't know if you saw it, but I'm going to send it to him too.
What's going on, everybody in the chat?
How you doing?
Y'all ready for Christmas?
No.
You know?
Yeah,
me
neither.
I just got back from work, and I had to stop by the old folks' home to see my grandpa. And there was a fight in the dining hall with him and his sister. They were arguing over who was going to eat the squirrel brain.
What the hell?
Oh my God! Yeah, well, I'm out on that. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, Mitchell. I like Jalen Carter. I'm not a big Jordan Davis fan. He's playing okay. Nolan Smith, he's okay. He's average. DeJean is a great tackler. Mitchell, so far so good. Doesn't have any turnovers. Playing good though. I mean, I'm not here to crap on any of them, but Jalen's your main stud right there. We'll see about the young guys. But DeJean seems like a good tackler, and Kenyon is playing well. Again, at this point you would want to see some turnovers, but again, he's playing well. I'm not here to crap on him. Osa has more pressures than Jalen. Well, see, Ultra, that's why I was trying to, like when people bring up stats, it's like I hate doing it with a team like ours that's so beat up and our record is, because it sounds like we're trying to compare ourselves to the Eagles. But when you're sitting there like flexing, Osa has better numbers. We have a few guys on our team that have a lot, just better numbers. And, I'm not going to flex it. We're not a good team this year. Philly D, what's up, man?
Game time, that one went right over your guys' head.
I wasn't paying attention. What?
I was talking about my grandpa, Jerry. He was arguing
Denver's
with
balling.
sister about eating a squirrel brain.
Oh, yeah.
Jones.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't catch it.
No, I didn't catch it. Sorry.
Denver's balling out.
Yeah, they are. As long
I
as
had to get my
Must be
daily
nice. Must be
every
nice to
shot.
have a postseason.
What's up, Philly D? How are you, man? What's going on? Osa's better. No. Again, we're not saying he's better, but he's playing. Again, that's why I didn't say it, Bruce, because that's what happens when we say stats.
Like misunderstand. You jump on it.
Then you're gonna. Oh my God, you're comparing.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I'm saying. No,
what we're
no.
saying is he's a young player who's playing really good. That's all. That's all we're saying. Micah is unbelievable right now over the last 4 games. We're not saying anything other than that, but we have a lot of players like that. Our offensive line that everybody wants to complain about is playing unbelievably right now. So again, the future's bright, but again, I'm not going to flex because it sounds like I'm bitching. Look, you guys are having a great year, but
what are you talking about? I forget you fellas like stats. So you don't like stats, you do like stats. My feelings, this is how I feel about a player. How would you go with that? Like, how would you even say like, oh, I really like that guy because he feels a lot of stuff? No, I'm just saying that valid whole thing that it's either you're a stat dude or you're not. I don't understand the not part of it, man. It's like, there's certain things too. Like when we start breaking down some of these guys in certain years, well, they also didn't play the exact same amount of games. Some of them are injured, some of them are not. So, they break it down a lot, but it's just, they bring up stats when it's positive for them, but when it's not, stats don't matter. He's complained about it as well before.
Touchdown, Denver.
So it's either it does matter, it doesn't matter. You either follow a YouTuber and he does give you valid points, or he doesn't. It's only when the negative parts is when it's coming. It seems to be a bad source. It's just it can't be both ways, guys.
I agree with that. Prime time. For me, stats don't matter only in video games, and wins and Super Bowls matter in playoffs. That's it.
Unfortunately, it does. I mean, I was talking to a guy at work, and that's all he knows is he understands Super Bowls. So I talked to him about, we talked about like Dan Marino, guys like that, where we consider him one of the best, but didn't win the Super Bowl, So I said, there's a lot of guys like that, that go through a career and don't do that. But I totally get it. If you're an outsider, I mean, that should be the main thing. I mean, but then like, I'm talking to him about like a guy, I think Sam Donald, where, he gets these chances, but he gets like 4 or 5 chances, but because he was a first round draft pick, he doesn't, you don't get those guys later in the draft that get that exact same chance. So it's just really unfortunate.
Stats matter for the Hall of Fame.
I'm not bringing up stats. I'm just telling you that,
like, I'm defending you.
Like when we look at our players, that's all you could go by is how they're playing. Bobby.
Oh, they'll be back next year. I mean, it's just a bad year.
I'm just saying, our young offensive linemen are gelling, and we would not have had this opportunity without the injuries.
And that's
that's what we're trying to say. Sometimes you got to take a step back, and because McCarthy is horrible at playing, especially on the final year of a deal. He's not going to play any rookies because he wants to win every down because he's playing for a contract, and that takes away from seeing what your young people do. TJ Bass, Phil's alma mater, Oregon lineman, is playing great. So we would never have found that out if we wouldn't have had the injuries. So it's kind of good. That's all. Go ahead, Phil. Sorry, bro.
No, I'm kind of now trying to bring back my train of thought there.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, to me, it was getting to the point where, in the sense of by week 8, 9, we were talking about how this is a preseason. To me, it seems like preseason for the rest of the year. You're trying out, you're gelling, you're trying to get this team. This is the reason why a lot of people are jumping on that. Let's see what Trey can do. It's either going to sink or swim by the end of the year. Even if he does a whole bunch of interceptions, is it by the end of the year? Is he polished? Is he reading defenses because he went through his growth spurt, kind of thing, or his growing pains, to say. And that's what I wanted. At least if we're going to be losing, at least I want these guys out there going through growing pains. And so when they get they eat their peanut butter in the off season, they're a little bit better, knowledge wise, going into the matchups and stuff. And I know I should attack film. I know how I should be this and that. It's just that's what I need. I need something like that, because the last time Dak, to me, like had that, I mean, he's played great. Don't get me wrong, his stats have been there, but the last time to me that I felt like he was when somebody in the roster was older than him playing behind him.
Man, how are you, brother?
I think they're not playing Lance because they don't want him to get hurt, and they're going to keep him as the backup and let Rush go.
I don't think that at all. I think it's like early in the show. Bobby. We talked about it. It's one of two things. The narrative now, Randy brought it up, is they don't want to play Lance to keep his value down so they can bring him back cheap, or they don't want to, I said, I just threw out a contrarian. They don't want to, there's my guy, good. They don't want to have him go out there and play like crap, right? Because if he goes out there and plays like crap, nobody's going to want to sign him. Yeah, you could bring him back for cheap, but then we're not going to get a compensation pick. I just, I don't know. Sometimes if you don't play a guy, his value will stay higher than. Then again, the last time we saw him, he threw 5 interceptions, in a preseason game. So I mean, I don't know. It's just ass backwards. Who cares? Go play your guy. But I know going by what Isaiah Stanback said, and he is on the NFL Network. I think it's Good Morning Football, as well as DallasCowboys.com. Ex-quarterback, ex-Super Bowl winner. He played with Dallas and then on to New England. He said that the offensive weapons on this team have lost confidence in Cooper Rush. So if that's the case,
Drew, will you stop reading every little thing? You're like my little 12-year-old, man. You can't say something without you jumping and twisting the words. We have a young team. They are gelling. We have different combinations of lines that he is talking about. We have the 13th to 15th combination, and it's been the best so far. That is what he's talking about. Don't take what he's saying and run over here and talk about Santa Claus, okay?
Yep.
Seriously, Drew.
Over the last month of the season, Rico Dowdle is balling out. I said this 2 weeks ago.
Oh, well, don't tell Drew that, because that means he's doing better than Barkley and shit.
He
he's
takes
MVP.
everything like it's against the Eagles. We're talking about the Cowboys. We're allowed to talk about our team. Again, we're seeing guys play that we would have never have saw play, and they're playing great, right? Against you guys can't talk about schedule.
Oh, against that Eagles defense that they've combined it 15, 20 different times. It's the same damn defense.
Yeah, it is what
game
it is.
time. You were saying Ware wasn't playing the rest
Do
of the
yourself
season.
a favor. Don't read all of his comments, because it's just the same stuff. We don't need to go down that rabbit hole.
Well, that was the first
Let
comment
him
he
talk
came in with.
loud
I wasn't
and
gonna let him.
whatever. We got a show to run. We can't get sidetracked by somebody who just wants to talk Eagles, and everything's great. So anyway, go ahead, Bobby.
Did you say Ware was not coming back on the team, or just
Lawrence, Ware's retired.
Oh, he's retired.
No. No. He's not going to finish with the Cowboys this season, and we believe that he will not resign.
He said DeMarcus
Oh, I'm
Ware.
sorry. I always get those two confused.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer now.
I would like him to come back. Hell yeah, he still looks in shape.
Yeah, DeMarcus Ware's he's in Canton.
My bad. I meant.
I know who you meant. I'm just breaking balls.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, as Cowboy fans, all we're talking about is over the last 4 games, we've done things that we wanted to see be done for the last 5 years. We wanted to see run the ball and play defense.
What type of person would want to rain on our parade after, it's like, what are you doing?
You can't rain on a parade, Brian, that we haven't really had a good year. Let's face it, after the
that's
first
what I'm
game.
saying. We got to look at little things like the future of our team. We're breaking down the play.
And as far as I'm concerned, nobody has won the Super Bowl yet. Kansas City is still legally the Super Bowl champion.
And they have not scored 30 and they have not scored 30 points at all this season. Kansas City, man.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Their defense is playing their ass
20,
off.
right?
Yeah, it's 20-something points.
It's the defense.
Yeah, it's their defense is playing up.
Only a rotten Cretan would want to rain on our parade. You're 12-2. Congrats, man. What do you care about us being happy with some of our young guys? What does that have anything to do with you, Drew? I don't get it. We're just talking about our team. We're allowed to do that. This is a Cowboy channel. We don't have a lot to talk about, so we're going to analyze the play of our young guys, and it's through the roof right now on our offensive line. It's going to cost us. It's going to cost us because Brock Hoffman's a free agent. But I'd rather find that out than not, right? That's all we're saying. That's
I'm
all we're saying.
confident, but I'm gonna stay humble at the same damn
Let me
time.
ask you, Bobby. Let me
10.
ask you this
I mean,
question.
10.
Yeah, let me ask you this question. You lose in the first round. You think Nick Sirianni's coming back?
Hell no.
All right. Because Drew says, oh, absolutely. He's jumping to next year. Who's got the best coaches to have in the division? Let's get through this year. With all due respect, if you lose in the first round, it ain't good. And no, you're expected to make a long run. So
yeah, we there's a lot of my friends back east. I'm on Facebook with a lot of people. Even if we win the Super Bowl, we still want him gone.
Well, now if you win a Super Bowl, he's coming back. If you get to the Super Bowl and lose, he's probably coming back. Anything short of that, especially now with Detroit and all the struggles they're having with their defense with injuries, I think. But if you lose in the first round, there's no way he's coming back. None.
I don't think the players respect him game time at all. Like Jalen Carter.
Well, you saw that on the
Get out of
sideline.
my face.
Bobby, after a win, they're fighting. He's a loose cannon, but you're winning. So everything, like winning cures all, right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah, but it's going to go downhill.
Sometimes.
You know what I mean? Like if you're winning, like back in the day with Dallas when they had the White House and they were doing drugs, showing up to the game late and somehow winning the game. Nobody cared.
But let's be real. All these drama stuff that they have, all that stuff normally goes with losing teams. So that's what's kind of confusing about this whole drama in the locker room, is because that stuff is normally associated with teams that are actually doing badly that year. And they got a winning record. I think it's just hilarious how some of the media draws things out. Too,
yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, too.
This has been going on in the preseason. Jalen Hurts already said he didn't like the guy. So they're forcing a relationship is what's going on.
I'm laughing at some of the chats.
Yeah, I mean, I'm purposely not staring at the chat because
Ultra says Drew wants to start a Lost Boys with Nick Sirianni.
But listen, again, I just don't understand Drew sometimes. You have a good team. There's no reason to crap on our team at this point. We're looking at our young players.
It's one of those things, Drew. I would need to take you to a therapist and have him sit there in front of you and go, now tell me something good. Now tell me something bad. Okay, tell me something bad that they did. You know, it's like, well, they didn't do. No, tell me something really bad. Like, you know, and they would have to drag that out of you for you to start to accept some of that shit, you know? Oh, he will be. You know he will be.
Hey, take her out.
Eagles and Dallas are both due for coaching changes, in my opinion.
New York. But that Dayball will be there.
Leo, the double standards are ridiculous. I never crapped on Dallas. Y'all are too.
I don't like Sirianni.
I didn't say anything.
Dude, you're constantly Drew. Don't give me that, man.
I was just looking at the remark that Ultra said.
You can play the innocent card all you want. Oh, I didn't cheat. You were giving me enough attention. Like, yeah.
I didn't say nothing, Drew. I'm just reading the comments.
I said it. It
was prime time, Phil, and I agree. So it is what it is. You always seem to try and compare Eagles versus Dallas when you're having a really good season, and that's great for you. We're looking at our players and how they're playing. And
I don't see why Eagles fans even care about Dallas.
They should.
You really shouldn't right now.
No.
Again, you need to worry about the Commandos that everybody's overlooking. So
worry about the Commanders and the playoffs.
I wouldn't really worry.
Look at what's in front of you, not behind you.
Yes, I wouldn't worry too much about them in the regular season. It's the playoffs. I'd be more.
Don't look in the rear view. Look straight ahead.
It's all about the playoffs.
Yeah, my thing is, don't worry about us. We know where to be seen right
now. You know.
Yeah, right now we know where to be seen or heard from.
It doesn't matter the reason why.
If he does an off season like he wants to try to do, it won't be around next year either.
Yeah, let's see. Oof. Incomplete, sets up 3rd and 11. 7:55 left to go in the first half. Sugar Daddy, I want to score. Oh, there you go.
At this point, with the offseason moves that Dallas makes, that they don't make, I'm not even worried about them next year until I see some action, be honest with you.
CZ, I agree. That's what you need to do. Not you personally, but Eagles fans. Just all I care about is this team's health going into the playoffs. If you're healthy, you'll go far.
Yeah.
That's
Look what
what
Detroit's
it's
going
about,
through right
man.
now.
I mean, I said that. I did say that at the beginning of the year. I said it didn't matter what Dallas's record, or anybody's for that matter. But more importantly, Dallas. I was all about the playoffs. Now we're not going to get there, so it's all for naught. But it's all about the health. So stay healthy. You know, I expect to see more of Gainwell if I'm an Eagle fan, because you want to not risk Barkley, but you also got to keep trying to win. And so it's kind of a catch-22, because you got to keep winning.
Like Micah today saying F the Eagles, I don't think he truly means that. He's just mad because they're winning. That's what he really meant.
No, he's mad because he gets trolled by Eagle fans on Twitter. So again, he's never been an Eagle fan. That's
play football. Don't worry about it.
Get
that
this
touchdown.
Fucking guy, fucking get him.
Yeah.
Down. I didn't start him. Get out of bounds.
Oh, you don't want him to score?
Oh, that's one of your players?
Oh, Bo Nix.
Oh.
I didn't start Bo. I started Michael Penix, so I don't want him to get a long touchdown.
I'm just glad this game isn't one of those.
I had them. Hold up, Drew. I had them going 10-7. How was I to know that they were going to have all these injuries? Randy McIntyre, you telling me without all these injuries, we weren't going to win 10 games?
Yes,
no,
I would agree. We would.
Oh, without all the injuries, we would have won 10 games. Hell, we won 6 with hardly none of our starters.
There you go. There you go. So this is where the troll in Drew, it comes
33
out.
33 could have.
You should have caught that.
Had Philadelphia had the amount of injuries
they
we had,
probably
they sure wouldn't be where they're at right now.
Exactly.
I mean, let's face it.
Well, we
and
saw
they drew
the one game
easier
they had
schedule.
injuries. They got smoked. The one game that they didn't have their full complement of starters on offense on the outside and as receivers, they were lost. So again.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they lose A.J. Brown or they lose Jalen Hurts, or they
that's
lose
where I
the running back,
I question you, Drew.
Yeah, me too.
Because you're valuing talent. Yeah, exactly. Because you're valuing
touchdown.
Talent.
Fucking Bo Nix.
They weren't cohesive together and playing football together, and their front office didn't get a defensive tackle and a running back and all these different things. But they just trash. That was just Michael Parsons just trash. CeeDee Lamb just trash.
But that's why.
Ferguson just trash.
That's why he's limited in his audience, because nobody wants to hear that.
Well, and I'm going to say this: Philadelphia has got a darn good team. I'm not taking nothing away from Philadelphia. We've had a bad year, so all we're trying to do is figure out a way to make next year's year a whole lot better. That's it. That's the only thing I'm looking at.
You want to be competing again because now you got Washington in the mix.
Yes,
But see, it's like Jerry Jones just don't get it, man. Now I'm hearing that they're talking about doing a documentary on Netflix.
No,
so
they are.
Well,
they've been recording it for years.
Why the heck are they going to do a documentary when we haven't done squat in a while?
No, they've been.
That's what they're going wrong, because it's
from riches to rags.
They've been recording that
from riches to rags. I mean,
they've been recording that for years.
I mean,
did you hear me? They've been recording that for years.
Well, Jerry Jones has got. He's got to.
Well,
go.
Drew, congratulations. You were right because of injuries. Boom. There you go. That's what I'm going to give you. I'm not giving you anything else. Like, it's not because of our talent. Dude, our backup quarterbacks, like, if he would have been playing like this throughout the whole year, he did, this defense, they just need to compliment him. I mean, this whole team plays different when they don't have the crutch of the quarterback. Let's be real, man. It's a whole mentality there. So congratulations on being right. Whatever you wanted in that sense, but to just say that our team is trash going forward because of this season, yeah, go ahead. Pretend that we're that 2015 Dallas Cowboys.
Here you go, Drew.
Brian, Denver want to wrap this up tonight. Yeah, Denver want to wrap this up tonight. Cause if they win tonight, they clinch. They clinch a
wild card berth. Yes, they do. Hey, I'm going to take off. I've got to help my wife with something. So I will see you guys probably on Sunday.
Take care.
All righty. Take it easy.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're trash. Now the Giants, they're trash.
See, yes, exactly. Because you have to get a lot of changes there. Like there is going to be, like, Steven can talk all he wants, but Brian brought it up perfectly. It's like you're losing so many people in free agency. You have to replace that. Now you may be doing bargain thing, whatever, but you're still going to be active in free agency whether you like it or not. It might be later in the whatever it is, but it's not going to be one linebacker. I'll tell you that shit.
Yeah.
Well, if we can pick up 3 good starters in free agency, wide receiver, defensive tackle, and an offensive lineman, and maybe draft 3 really good players in the draft, and I mean really good, we're going to be right back there.
I'm not going to hold my breath up because you already had Catboy talking about, we're going to be in the same boat we are. And it's
but you know what? You can only do that for so long, and people are going to start turning the team off.
They don't care.
I heard that wide receiver from the Jets. He would be a good fit for you guys.
We're gonna draft a receiver. We're gonna get the Ohio State receiver, I think, in the first round.
Ibuka?
Yeah, I think that's what we're getting. Well, I thought about it, Randy, and I like Burden. I don't know how they were. I don't know. I think Ibuka,
I'm with you, Brian.
I think we're going to get a running back in the first round.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't. Don't. I disagree with you.
I don't think Gentry's going to make it past Cleveland.
And again, that would be not smart on our part. I don't think I like Genty, but there are so many good running backs. Loyal. I think that I think receiver, a number 2 receiver is more important.
Historically, in Dallas Cowboys history, they've always been known for 2 things: 1, having an offensive line, and 2, running the football.
They're going to have a great running back.
Historically, that's just
but we have Rico. We just got done saying that they're going to try and bring back Rico. What's up, Curtis? I'm not at 50 yet, brother. Chris Johnson, what's up, Micah? And we getting help this offseason. I hope he's right. Yeah. He knows something, Chris Johnson, but I'm not going to get.
He needs somebody to compliment him on the other side.
I predicted before the season 8 and 9, 9 and 8. But Bobby Murphy, did you predict all the injuries? I mean, it is what it is. So you're ultimately going to be right. We're not going to get to 8, hopefully.
Probably no.
But again, I don't like to flex about a prediction when a team was decimated. You know what I mean? I wouldn't like. You know what I mean? That's just like not cool, but it's not you.
I would bring
se.
Rico back. He does not fumble, and he stays healthy, and he's getting better as the season goes on.
Drew is 100% correct on the young talent in our defense. All those first-round draft picks, he was correct on those guys. Good job, Drew. Congratulations.
Wait, what, on the guys that I said that they?
No, he's talking about Philly's defense.
No, that's
like,
what I mean,
dude. Like Carter, all that. Like,
he's out to
dude,
lunch, but hey, whatever makes him happy. Merry Christmas. Do you sleep better? Go ahead. Alter, only free agent I want is Nick Bolton. That would be nice. That would be nice.
I want T. Higgins.
Yeah, I would like T. Higgins. That would then, free us up a little more. But
yeah, you put another receiver on the other side of the line. It makes a big difference.
But if we don't go out, we're going to have to go with that first pick. Here's my thing: either go get a T. Higgins or draft one in the first round. And I think they're going to
go get Ibuka and then go get T. Higgins.
Well,
at the
you
same
could do
time.
both. You could do both, but I just know.
Drew, again, that's you putting in your head. Like you're convincing yourself.
I'm just hoping, Drew. Drew, I'm just hoping for your sake that you guys win the Super Bowl. I really am.
Yeah, I am too.
Because if y'all don't,
oh my God,
you're gonna get trolled so bad.
No, they're not.
I hope you guys do. I really do.
They won't come out. They won't come out to let us troll them. They won't.
Drew
might. I really hope y'all win the Super Bowl.
Hamid won't. Drew might.
I'll still be here. I'm still happy with my 17 Super Bowl.
No, yeah. No, again, this is the wrong. This crowd here, especially like Cowboy fans, like on the Zoom call, is the wrong crowd to be flexing to because we're nothing but respectful. Take that shit to Compton or South Philly, and that'll play well, but not here.
Thank you, Curtis.
That's not how we
you start
roll.
pushing the wrong button.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't roll like that. And the moment you start doing that kind of stuff,
you just make us look.
And that's not
you just kind of make us look like you at a totally different light, and that's all I'm saying. We're nothing but respectful, so to keep chirping, and you'll see. That's where he's from, I think, Bruce. I think he lives in Compton.
I'm happy to stay relevant, stay in the playoffs every year, and get a shot to go. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but I mean, the Eagles don't lose in the first round this year, or there's going to be a change at the head coaching spot. That's a fact. So if they ain't bringing back Sirianni if you lose in the first round. So that's all I'm saying. So
I would not want to be in Philadelphia the day after they lose in the first round.
They weren't happy last week.
They'll tear the freaking town down.
You know what, Brian?
Thanks, Curtis. Appreciate you.
I got a crazy feeling that Jeffrey Lurie already done told. I think he already done told. What's the name? Hey, you ain't going nowhere if we fire. Sirianni.
Yeah, like Kellen Moore. That's what I said. I said Kellen might be the next coach of the Eagles.
He could be.
Yeah, you already done told him.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the man. So
because, and
it's called you.
Like it was funny because I did a video. Like I think I talked about it on the way. I think like where the hell? Oh, Ultra sent it to me. It was a video about Big Dom DeSandro him and a couple people going to Jalen's house. And instead of Jalen just zipping it up because it looks good on Jalen that he changed a little bit, he comes out and goes, oh, no, it's definitely not true. Kelsey never came to the house. DeSandro never came to the house. Because he's not he's kind of an aloof guy, and Eagles want to have everything lovey-dovey. After last game, he played great. I don't see what he needs to do, but so he called that all BS, and now it's kind of stirred that up a little bit. It's like I never seen a team that's like 12-2.
That was a fake report.
I know, but again,
Hurts is he's pissed off right now. I don't know.
You would think he would be happy, though. That's the thing.
I don't understand all of that.
I like it, though, because he's always been had these every interview. He's like, yeah, he's been real humble. He's like, we're trying, we're staying in there, we're hanging in there. And now he's just pissed. And I like his attitude now. He's getting some fire inside him, which I like, instead of just playing the role.
I don't know if our team was what are they 12-2 or 11-2? If we were 11-2, I wouldn't want my quarterback getting pissed.
I don't want him getting too comfortable. I like him fired up. That's good. That shows he wants to win it. He's still pissed in the Super Bowl. He had 5 freaking touchdowns in a losing effort. It's crazy. But he's a scrub, so.
I don't even know if the Chiefs are going to go to the Super Bowl this year in the AFC.
No, I don't. The Bills look pretty good.
He's a scrub.
I'm thinking Buffalo might.
A lot of people say
I am with you.
Nobody said he's a scrub.
Everybody's on the Chiefs bandwagon.
I haven't heard that.
Oh, I know.
But the Chiefs usually do that. They look like crap, but then they go in the playoffs and they go on the run.
And then they turn it on.
Usually this is about the time you see the fake Mahomes limp. So that's why I wasn't surprised when I saw it last week. I was like, oh, there it is. There it is. It's about that time of year. December, there's the limp. Yeah. There was the limp.
But he plays every time anyway, right? It's like, oh, let me fake another high ankle sprain. Yeah, right. They've had 7 games decided by referees. It's crazy.
Yeah, about 7
Devil
points.
Dog, Amari Cooper is not getting any run the last couple of games. It's been horrible.
I can't believe Denver's smoking them tonight.
Big Dom is the real head coach.
I wish. He's cool.
Yeah, but he almost squeezed Sirianni's neck off his shoulders last week. Who the hell was Sirianni thinking he's going to go up to Big Don for?
Denver. Denver's line has been doing well.
Yeah, they're looking real good.
He's Dracula, man. He's going to bite his neck and just.
But did you see that though?
I wanted to score some points.
He wanted to go to Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter looked at the head coach like he was a fool. It's like, dude.
Well, you know what? I question more those assistants and stuff. Like, if you're a head coach, you should be able to go talk to whoever the hell you want to on your sideline.
But not in Philly.
I agree with you.
I'm sorry, even if most likely in Philly. Like, I think if anything,
totally
the way that don't get me wrong, I'm a big hater of him because I do not like how he gets his chest out when he gets under
But he does it to his own players.
But I mean, he's over here trying to talk to his own guy or whatever, and people were blocking him. Nah, I don't play that whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened. Jalen probably
his candy
said
ass
something.
in the. If he doesn't like it, I'll tell Jalen to get his candy ass in the locker room. By that point, he needs to be able to step up and do his thing.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I question his coaching staff there.
The players are turning against him, I think.
Yeah, Jalen Carter probably told Sirianni, man, I'm from Atlanta, man. I go to Magic City every Saturday night. I'm
Eagles
a bodyguard.
know how to rebuild.
Get out of my face, you better.
They have no respect for him at all.
That's going to affect them eventually, whether it's the next 2 weeks or in the playoffs. I'm telling you, that's not good.
Well, hopefully they win the Super Bowl and Sirianni retires and call it a
No,
day.
he won't retire.
Nah, he's too young to retire.
That was my one.
I don't know. What about
going into the
McAdoo?
year.
Remember McAdoo? He was young, and you don't hear about him anymore.
Oh, McAdoo sucked, man.
When we went to the Super Bowl, I told my wife, I said, we're not winning with Sirianni
I
as a head
agree,
coach.
YouTube, Jay Capella. Phil was right. Position coach shouldn't be blocking the coach from being able to get to his player. I would like to have seen Sirianni go at Jalen Carter. That would have been
If you
fun.
piss him off, let him get pissed off. He's like,
The problem is Carter's a loose cannon. He might have punched you.
No, that's why I said I would have found that funny.
He slapped that
Philly
one
D's
Pittsburgh.
He would have A-Town stomped Dracula.
Yeah, Chris Johnson. We say that a lot too. One thing I give Eagles credit for is always addressing their issues. They do that all the time, man. They do.
Well, ours is like a.
Yeah, I agree, man.
They're in a bad relationship and somebody points it out. They're abusive, right? Well, it's because I do this, or it's because of that. That's the Cowboys front office. They have some kind of excuse for every single thing instead of just going, "Hey, man, yeah, I didn't get a defensive tackle. We were bad in that sense." Nope. Well, we have a lot of young talent. We wanted to see where we were going. Like, no, man. And where did you draft that young talent? I just think the problem is you're great at finding the undrafted free agency guys, but that couldn't be your sole thing, man. That should be what sets you apart. Oh, I do the free agency, and I know I've repeated this before, but I do the free agency, I do the draft. This is what sets me apart. No, you're just handicapping yourself just by using these only two. Well, I only hop on one leg, but I'm in this decathlon. I don't know.
I like seeing these points on Thursday night games. Usually they're boring field goal games,
I think there's football on this weekend too.
Saturday, right?
Yeah,
Friday.
there's football every day.
Yeah,
Tomorrow night starts the playoffs for
that
college.
time of year.
Yeah.
If you thought
ready,
I was
Thomas?
ignoring my family before,
You ready for this Saturday?
Notre Dame
They
plays
said
tomorrow night.
it's going to be 29 here, so hopefully y'all's players are ready for that cold weather. It's going to be cold.
Oh, we used to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Cause it get cold here too. It get cold here too, Lloyd. I'm telling you.
Because I heard they were saying on StubHub that there's a lot more people from Tennessee buying tickets. I'm like, damn, trying to
They are.
invade the shoe. But
Is that the early game? No, that's the
no,
late
it's
game.
8:00.
That's the late game.
there's no amusement parks and stuff in Tennessee, so people save their money and shit. So they can afford the guy who purchase tickets and stuff.
Okay.
The one thing I did see, not to bring up the Eagles again, but I did see Gainwell starting to pick up little things from Barkley. He's starting to be a mini Barkley, like spin moves and stuff, and I'm loving that.
Arturo, I'm used to this. I live in Ohio. I didn't say anything. I was just saying it's going to be cold. I'm used to this. I used to work out in this crap. This is nothing.
Who's Ohio State playing?
Tennessee.
Ooh.
You wonder if that goes against.
I just don't like driving in it, but I don't mind being out in it.
Yeah, I'm off of work for 2 weeks.
Oh damn, must be nice.
This was my last day bus driving. I'm stoked.
Oh yeah.
Drinking
You going
some
anywhere?
beer. What's up?
You going anywhere?
Nah, my wife's sick, so I gotta take care of her.
Okay.
What school bus driver?
Yeah, man, I love it.
That's good.
Yeah, getting all this cold, getting away from this cold next week. I can't wait, man.
I try to give back to.
It's going down in the 20s here on Sunday. Not good.
Oh yeah, it's even worse there than it is here in freaking Jersey.
It's 50 degrees out here in Oregon. It's nice outside.
I heard though, something on the news. They said there was like a snow tornado in Utah.
Like
I've never heard of it. Huh?
Sounds like a movie in the making.
Yeah, they said it was like a snow-nado or something. They called it a snow-nado or something. It was like a tornado with snow. Yeah.
Throwing snowballs at you.
Snow-nado.
Devil Dog, how far are you from out Akron? I'm about hour and a half, 2 hours.
No, that's the second one.
Sharknado.
Well, they can manipulate the weather supposedly, so we'll see.
Good.
I don't know
That's
what
a penalty.
to believe anymore. All these videos of drones and UFO.
I know, right?
There's your guy, Brian.
The hip drop?
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was a hip drop.
My son's blowing me up. You didn't start Bo Nix. I'm like, all right. Well,
It's kind of scary, man. It make me wonder if
Yeah, you over here doubt me in Oregon.
Elon Musk is going to try to create Terminator or something.
This is Oregon Duck versus Oregon Duck.
all of a sudden, you're Doug Bo Nix in Oregon. You shit talking all year.
Don't talk.
Come on now.
I was talking about him at the beginning of the year when he needed to go through his growing pains. I was correct, okay? So don't give me that.
Fucker, last couple of weeks, he sucks.
I was correct. Yeah, what was I in the draft? What was I in the draft?
That was a close one.
I've been to both these guys.
Cool,
games.
buddy.
I've seen them both play in Eugene.
I'm off the beaten path there, Oscar. I'm off of Broadway.
Might get a third.
I have a cousin that lives
third
in
Oregon
Eugene.
quarterback in there.
I can't read that. Come on, guys. Be nice. I'm trying to watch the game here.
Be nice.
There's your guy again,
lad,
Brian.
let's go, lad. Just give me 100 yards. I'll be happy.
Oh man, that was a good spot of the ball. He did not get up that far.
No, he didn't even get close to that.
If we lose the first round, it's Drew's
What was he
fault.
looking at?
Bruce Banner again. You guys are having a great year, but I don't need anybody crapping on my depleted team.
You don't need to kick us while we're down. We're already
I mean, like, what do you need? What do you expect us to do? We're gonna come out swinging, bro. We're trying to pull out some positives.
like Captain America. I could do this all day.
You can play spoiler for Washington and Tampa Bay, that's for sure.
Again, you guys need to beat Washington.
They would play if they did not beat us. They'd play spoiler in our
worried.
draft. That's terrible.
You guys should be worried. I'm not streaming Sunday until maybe the Dallas game. I got to go out and do Christmas shopping. So I've been nothing but good luck for your squad.
That is totally true.
So
I'm not worried
you
about
guys are
that.
effed. Oh, you better worry about the Commanders.
We're sweeping the whole
Commandos.
NFC.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, this could be a very physical game for the Eagles this weekend.
It will be a physical game. It will be.
And they don't want physical right now. That could hurt their health as far as their team.
I'm just sitting back. I don't even care what seed we
To
get.
me, to me, it should all be about the playoffs. You could sweep the division if that's what makes you feel good. But I mean, you can sweep the
At the
division.
end of the day,
and
you want
lose.
that ring. You want to win that Super Bowl. I want to, make sure my players are
Sounds
okay.
like the '90s, where you just want to beat the division and lose in the playoffs. It should
Well,
be.
I want everything.
Well, you want everything, but
everything.
just, odds are you're not going to get it.
I want to sweep the division, sweep the AFC Central or North, which we did, and win the Super Bowl. I want it all.
All right. Well,
And an Oompa Loompa.
have another beer.
Hey, do you know what we want for you?
What
We
are you
don't want
making?
y'all.
I know what you guys
First
want.
round loss. God help y'all if y'all lose in the first round, though.
It's
I'm
gonna
telling
be
you.
fucking.
We're not playing in the first round. We're gonna have a bye, so don't worry about it, bro.
Well, isn't Minnesota
A lot
tied
of
with
wishes
y'all?
and hopes right there.
If ifs and buts
Hey,
were
I got
candy
a
and
dream,
nuts.
right?
No, yeah, that's cool. We're playing with you.
I got a dream.
But then you feel like you're getting beat up when you're trying to do them.
We're talking Yankees now. I wish Dallas could be a little bit like the Yankees and just go out. Dallas is more like my Phillies being cheap.
Oh, snap.
Uh-oh, he threw an interception.
Yep. Interception in the end zone.
Take a point away.
Yep.
threw the
It's all right. That's just going to make them have to pass more. Is what it
Kemper's
is.
playing pretty good football tonight.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Hey, Aisha, how are you? Bobby Murphy. People said Cowboys draft great. Last 2 years, first round pick, Mozzie Smith and Guyton. Eagles drafted Carter, Kenyon Mitchell. Well, you could.
At the end of the first round.
Yeah,
guy.
again.
And you got the first corner off the board.
Yeah, yeah. You took.
You took a top.
Jalen Carter was number 9. We didn't draft that high because we weren't a bad team. Remember, you guys had the 11th pick because you weren't very good, so you got a top 10 pick.
And they actually lucked into getting Carter because Seattle bypassed him. There was 2 other teams bypassed him. I don't know why they did, but they did. I don't know why.
Yeah, the last time we got close to a top 10 pick, we took Micah Parsons. I think that was a good pick.
They bypassed Jalen Carter because he got in all that trouble with the police.
Yes, but they bypassed him, though, is what I'm saying. We bypassed Randy Moss, and look what it did to us. We would have another Super Bowl if we had gotten Randy Moss.
Oh, man.
We could have had more than one.
Yeah, exactly. We took CD over Rager.
Once again, Jerry Jones effed it up.
Micah
because he
over
brought in
Smith.
Barry Switzer.
Yeah, which was a joke.
He brought in
Zeke
Barry
over
Switzer and thought that Barry
Ramsey.
Switzer could do just as much as Jimmy Johnson, and he wasn't even close. He couldn't even wear Jimmy Johnson's jockstrap.
Yeah, you can't look at that, Bobby. Like, your argument is totally wrong. You're comparing end of the 20s picks against top 10 picks. That's not cool. You got to keep it real.
Well, if you're looking at it that way, we swept the Eagles last year, didn't we? Or no, we lost one game.
We lost one game.
We have swept them, though.
Yeah.
But I don't care about that.
Yeah, I know.
That's a loser mentality. That's Eagles of the 90s where we were winning Super Bowls and they were just happy to beat us. I keep going back to that spot. I was at the game where, Merrill Reese says, they stopped them again. Yeah, they stopped Emmitt Smith 4 times in a row. And then we went on to win a Super Bowl.
That was a stupid Barry Switzer move, by the way.
Yeah. They stopped them again. And we went
It feels good not to be in that place anymore.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that's what it reminds me
Oh
of.
my God!
Ooh, what just happened there? Like he got.
He interfered with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did his own man interfere with him though?
But I'm just saying, Philly D, that's what it reminds me of.
No, I know we ain't gonna win everything. I was just messing around. It would be nice.
To me, it reminds me like your little
You're in
brother's
it
trying
to
to
win
like,
it. That's the
upper
thing.
one you. It's like, yeah, I'm trying to beat you.
I think I'm gonna rename my cat.
So what happens here? Okay, so he's being blocked.
Hey, get out of this.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a flag. You got to give him, what,
He's
3
moving
yards?
into him.
Yeah, he's got to give him at least 1 or 2 yards at least.
But if he's moving at the same
If
time,
he blocked into him, he could have got out of play.
Yeah, no, that's a flag. That's an easy one, people.
I was trying to give him a little defense. I was trying to be his lawyer, but it didn't work. Yeah, he's guilty.
He's somewhere.
He guilty. We got ourselves a good game.
But Brian, I was like you. I think Abuka's a better receiver than Burt. I don't want to take a chance on a receiver. I want a surefire receiver.
That means get a free agent.
Well, I hope we do that too.
Go get me T. Higgins.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sucks.
T.
The
Higgins
RFK Stadium bill disappeared from the bill. Elon Musk is really analyzing everything. I was kind of looking forward to the RFK Stadium rebuild, but right now they have to wait to see if the new legislation includes it. Right now, Elon took it out. So
why is that dude such a freaking Scrooge, man? That dude's a jerk.
well, he's just he wants to cut the post office big time. So
Kinda
I mean, what's he trying to do? Create Terminator or something? I mean, what the
I
hell?
don't know, but
Making out with all those robot ladies he got. I'm like, man, what the heck?
I was kind of looking forward to RFK coming back.
Yeah, did you see where the Commanders, they want to return to the Redskins, where they have over 80,000 people signed, including some of the heads of the Indian nations, because the Redskins stood for the brave of the Indian.
I think those robot wives might save some marriages, Loyal.
Yeah, he'll probably try to advertise. Oh yeah, $100 you can get your robot wife.
Be like, hey, it's that time of the month. Go hit up your robot wife. Get out of here.
You gonna have a brothel with robot women.
What's up, Isaac? How are you? Jerry Jones is Mr. Scrooge.
Yeah.
I need three.
No. Isaac. Stephen Jones is Scrooge McDuck.
Say, give me three of
I
those
said that on the
robot
last
wives,
thing today.
and I need them on a finance payment plan.
What's up, Daniel Parker? No, I haven't seen the new Superman trailer. I have not.
Oh, looks pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. They made it look like the old, like straight out of a comic.
Really?
Let
me look it up. Let me look it up.
When's that coming out? Be Superman to me though.
But you know what though? All the DC movies I've seen have been disappointing.
Compared to Marvel, Superman ones, yeah.
Compared to Marvel's blowing them out the water with all their movies.
But what's funny is Smallville.
I mean, DC has better comics, but movies, Marvel's way better, in my opinion.
You look at Craven, you look at Madam Web, they're all.
Do any more? I'm gonna get copyrighted. That looks good though. Looks good.
What just happened in the football game where he kicked a field goal with no rush? What just happened?
I don't know.
Penalty or something. It was like one of those soccer
A free
penalties.
kick.
It was like a technical foul. You took a free throw.
Well, they held the ball at almost midfield, and he kicked the field goal.
For a returner.
Rocky is Philadelphia's Superman.
I
don't know. I mean, Rocky's fictional though. I mean, you gotta look at Joe Frazier. He actually boxed.
Free kick, Vinny says.
Hey, this is a coach we should have had.
I hadn't seen that in a long time.
What, Rocky?
No, the free kick.
No.
We got more than that. We got Dr. J.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Frazier's like.
We got Mike Schmidt.
He boxed.
I mean, Nick Foles. We got some sports.
The SAT was doing that too. When we were going, we were at Basto, we were walking. I kept saying, come on, Peter, or no. Because I'm used to saying it. And I felt bad, and she's like, no, I've been doing it too. So,
You think he wants T-Mac, Vinny? I think he wants Egbuka. I mean, you'd have to trade up to get T-Mac.
You have to be in the top 10.
Yeah, well, looking at it, we still have a ways to go to get up to that point. So
I don't want to give away picks. We need to acquire picks. Actually.
Yeah.
but then she's going to be on the thing that she's been trying to avoid is the morphine, because then her pain is going to get so bad that
Yeah, but I am seeing us draft Ibuka now more than on the mock drafts. I'm seeing us go after him.
Yeah, you got
Catboy just needs to stay the hell out of the way.
You have like 4 or 5 rounders. You can give one of those away to move up, right?
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. We'll see. We got a long time, but I'm just saying, if the more I'm thinking about it, hey, big dog, how are you, brother? The more I'm thinking about it, it's kind of like Egbuka is ready to go now. He's a taller guy, and there's less risk factor.
And he's a great route runner.
Burden,
and he's a humble guy, so I think that's why he would probably fit in with that.
I just think he's a higher floor, and he hits the ground running. Burden, there's a chance that he's not. I mean, there is a chance that you'll miss on him. I don't think so, but there is a slight chance. So we'll see, man. I don't know. It's tough. I agree with you. Go get me a receiver like T. Higgins. But the problem is, if we want to bring back an Osa, maybe a Golston, maybe a Jordan Lewis, we all agree that we love all those players, but they're all free agents. You know, maybe we need to allocate that first pick. If you know, with a receiver, I don't know. I did a mock draft right before it went live. I'll probably submit it maybe tomorrow or something. I'll splice it together. It was just kind of a quick little video, but just showing you. I think the first 2 picks, I had the 14th pick. I took Igbuka with the first pick. I took the running back out of Iowa with the second pick. And then I think I took the tackle out of Ohio State, which I don't think he's going to last that long. And then I took an edge rusher. So we'll see. Last Ohio State wide receiver drafted in the first round was Marvin Harrison Jr., Olave, Garrett Wilson. And, yeah, I was going to say JSN. I thought, yeah. They all work out pretty well, Ultra. That's why I was kind of – I would feel more comfortable. I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, I agree. Brian Hartline he's the coach in Ohio State.
Well, they said he's interviewing somewhere for a head coach now.
He should. He's very good. So, but I just feel honestly, if McMillan's gone, I would feel more comfortable. This is where I think they're going to have other guys jump into the top 10. So, yeah, we're going to end up with somebody good. That's the thing. And this is a draft where they're saying there's only maybe 15 first-round graded players. So this is a good year to be in the top 15. Outside of that, you may be able to stretch that to 19 or 20 with some of the elevations and quarterback that shouldn't go that high. But, it's a good year to have a high pick because
we're picking at 14, right?
Right now. I think it's going to go up to 12. Just looking at our schedule.
That's what I think, too.
I think the best we could do is 11, but possibly 12. We're not going to get better than 11 just based on there's just some horrible teams. So, but if we get to 11 or 12, we're going to have kind of what we want. And if Genty goes before us, then that pushes somebody else, maybe a Mason Graham to us. That's what's nice about having that top pick because that second round, you're also there to. I got to mute. So, yeah.
What is it?
But, yeah, so, no, I was hearing feedback, so. How's everybody feeling tonight? We feeling good?
Hell yeah.
Well, you're
ready for this week to be over. I can be go somewhere warm.
Now, where are you going? You're going to Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
How long you staying
for?
For
a week.
You went last year, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you, man.
I'm ready to go warm. Get out this cold crap. It's been cold.
Are you going for work or are you going for vacation?
Oh, no, just family. Yeah.
Family? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you're going cold to hot.
What's that?
It's pretty hot in Arizona, so it's going to be nice.
Yeah, my wife, she's already there. But go ahead, Thomas.
I got to get running. So great to talk to you guys.
You're out of here?
See you later.
Man, I'll talk to you.
All right, Prime.
Later,
Have a
Prime.
good one.
Yeah, Lloyd, my brother was in Arizona last week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm excited, man.
There too. It just depends on where you're at.
Yeah, Flagstaff. It's like up by the mountains, but where I'm going, no, it's not snowing.
Oh, nice. I remember flying through there when I flew back to Philadelphia a couple years ago.
I'll just send game time y'all some pictures when we kick back with a Corona.
Yeah, there you go.
Nah, I ain't gonna be on
In the
beach.
desert, just chilling out there.
I
It
won't be
was
on the
like
beach.
119 degrees, and I felt it walking off the plane. You know when they connect that thing to it,
Yeah.
and it was instant heat. As soon as I got off the plane, I was like, "Holy crap! How do people live here?"
Now, if it wasn't so bad,
Everyone goes out
man.
at nighttime. They have an outdoor mall. I'm out there in the afternoon, like kind of chilling. I'm like, this is kind of hot. No one's there. And like the evening time, it starts like the sun starts going down. Then everyone starts showing up. I was like, holy cow.
If it wasn't so bad, man, I wouldn't mind living in Dominican Republic, but it's a third world country. But man, it's always hot over there.
No way.
I lived in Arizona for 5 years in the military.
Yeah,
I was in
okay.
the military, down south.
Okay.
Shoot, I remember when I was in Dominican
What, did you like it?
Yeah, I loved it in Arizona. I loved it.
The sunset is what got me. I like the sunsets over there.
I remember when I was in the Dominican Republic back in 2019. The temperature on Christmas Day was 92 degrees.
Mm-hmm. And it don't rain, and the rain doesn't last. It's like I went a few times, and it rained. It'd be downpouring for like 10 minutes, and then it'd be nice again. It was freaking crazy.
Yeah, in places like that though, you gotta be careful. Like I see on the news, people getting in a hot tub, getting electrocuted. They're dying of gas leaks in a motel room.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you said, it's a third world country. There's no code for buildings and stuff.
Well, you know what's so weird was where we stayed at the resort. Certain times of the day, electric would just cut off, and then it would cut back on. I don't know why that was. It would just like cut off for like 5 minutes and then be back on
Trying
again.
to save energy or something?
What's that? I don't know
Save
what
energy?
it was. I don't know what it was. It was just like, what the hell? We're just sitting there, and then all of a sudden,
Wow.
Loyal, while you're in Arizona, make sure you say hi to Adam Schiff. Who's Adam Schiff?
Oh, he's one of the NFL Network guys.
Oh,
Adam
okay.
Schefter, right? Is that who he's talking about? Adam Schefter?
I don't know. He just Adam Schiff. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. He's from NFL Network.
Now, Adam Scheffner, he's a Michigan guy, so I probably wouldn't. I probably just nod my head at him because he's a Michigan alumni.
Yeah, him and what's his name? He used to be on ESPN Sports Center.
So you guys
Are you
lost
talking
to
about,
Michigan like 5
not Dal-
straight
or-
years.
You see where Kirk Herbstreit's son committed to Michigan?
Really?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Damn, that's hard.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to be quarterback at Ohio State. He handed the ball up to Eddie George in the Heisman Trophy year.
Yeah, but his son committed to Michigan. I'm like, what?
Well, you know they live here.
I actually met Kirk Herbstreit one time.
They live here in Nashville, Loyal.
Oh, do they?
Yep.
I installed satellite at his house when he lived here in Upper Arlington. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I don't think those players from Colorado are going to do very well in the pros, be honest with you. Because Dion put them in the forefront, lets them do whatever they want, and then they're going to get on a real team and be like, oh, yeah, I don't get the ball every play. So, you know what I mean? Their numbers are going to go way down.
I don't know. That's gonna be kind of cool to see. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know how it's going to work. Rookie wide receivers, maybe 5 touchdowns, 600 yards at best. You know, that's how rookie wide receivers go.
But the quarterback though,
That's a good stat for a rookie wide receiver. 5 touchdowns and 600 yards.
Yeah, for a Heisman winner, that should be. You should get that.
Grab his dick and twist it! Oh my god, this is an MMA fight, dude!
Too much twist that dick!
Twist his dick!
Twist his dick!
I don't know that receiver the Giants got right now. He's good,
Neighbors.
man. He just
No, Neighbors, yeah.
Neighbors
Him and
is a
Neighbors are
dog.
connecting, so
He
Yeah,
just needs to have some talent around him. But that
I
dude's a
wish-
beast.
I wish we
I
had
think he's
somebody
better than
like that.
Odell when Odell first came out.
Well, I heard the Raiders were getting Sanders though.
well,
Well,
the
the Giants
Raiders
have-
need
Nah,
Blake,
I think the Giants are gonna.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it, I think Giants take Shador. I hope Shador's
I do
not in the
too.
division because you don't want to have to deal with a.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play him twice.
Yeah, you don't want to have to deal with him. So the Giants are going to be better if they get Shador Sanders. Cam Ward, it might take a little longer. Shador Sanders comes right in with that receiver and makes him great. He's
Could
got
you
great
imagine-
mobility.
Can
Great
you
arm.
imagine if they get Dion as the head coach at the Giants
He's
too?
not coming to the NFL.
Oh hell no.
That ain't happening.
He
That
said
ain't
that
happening.
the other day. He
Yeah,
said
I
that
mean, he
the
said
other
it
day.
multiple times. People keep saying he's coming to the NFL. No, he's not.
No, he's having a good time where he's at.
And if he's coming, it sure as hell ain't going to New York. So
That'd be
Nah.
crazy.
Well, he's already come out and said he loves the fishing in Colorado. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's a king. Colorado, Boulder, Colorado. That's a kingdom for him. That's his kingdom.
Yeah, he won't be able to run the team like he can in Colorado.
No,
Depends on how much money they offer him, I guess.
he's probably at a point in his life where money don't mean as much as it used to mean. I mean, he's
He
got
already
maybe-
made.
Oh, he'll want another Lamborghini. Trust me.
Oh, his kids are gonna make money though. You know, the
I
kids are
never-
gonna take care of him.
I didn't realize he's making like 13 million coaching Colorado. That's a lot of money.
Oh, so then he's comfortable. Stay there.
That's what I'm saying.
That's almost like the top NFL coach. Jeez.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's in the middle right there, right? Because they make 20.
But look how much
Highest.
money he's made for him this year. I mean, they were in the spotlight all the time this year.
Once all his players go, though, I don't think it's going to be the same. Shador will struggle in the pros, and then he'll jump right up there. That I would like to see that. That'd be some drama in the NFC East.
Have you seen the recruiting class he got? I don't think he'll be all right. Did you see his recruiting class?
Yeah,
He gonna
they
get
got some
top
dogs.
quarterback. He gonna get the top high school quarterback in the country. He's gonna get the number one transfer in the country. Get out of here, man.
Oh, you're talking about Colorado? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Well, these young people want to play for him. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Driving me nuts.
People are going back and forth at it on the chat still. Man.
On the Eagles,
Yeah.
they got to let up. God help them if they lose, though. God help them.
Yeah.
Especially if it's early. And dang, I'm at to hit my sister's mouth too if they lose early.
Thomas,
They
I thought
lose
you
too.
were
I'm gonna have
wearing
to
a
tell Brian, hey,
Washington
we have to
jersey.
stop. You know,
Huh?
I'm gonna have
I
to tell
thought
Brian
you-
if they lose, the Eagles lose, we can't Zoom meeting anymore. We have to continue not Zooming with the Eagles playing because I think we help the Eagles win when we Zoom.
So, Thomas, I thought you was wearing a Washington jersey for a second there.
No.
He said no. Straight up. Hell no.
Or it could be 49ers, red and gold.
It's Florida
No.
State.
Oh, flea flicker. Here we go.
What's up, Twiz? Loyal, if the shoe was on the other foot, would you let up? Absolutely not. No, I don't really trash y'all, Drew. I mean, I know everybody else does. I say things, but I'm not like You know, I'll tell you, if we're ass, we're ass. I'm not going to sit here and try to just be like, oh, we're, I've never said. I mean, I call a spade a spade. If we're good, we're good. If we're bad, we're bad.
Right.
And we haven't been playing good this year, so
We haven't had a game this year where we totally blew the other team out 45-10 or something like that.
no.
I mean,
But we
haven't,
also haven't had the people though either.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, we haven't had the type of season, so it is what it is. Hey, football's still here. I love football. I don't care. I mean, I do care that we're not winning, but football's football.
That's
Yep,
right.
I'm sitting here every Sunday watching them, or every Thursday if they're here, I'm sitting there watching them.
That's it.
We're all gonna miss it after the Super Bowl. You get that.
You get that dull feeling like, oh no, 8 more months.
There's nothing to do. I got to go figure out something else to do.
That's
My wife made a list of stuff for me to do, so I'm good.
Oh no.
You know, the only good part about it with me is you can still catch the old games on the NFL Network. That's you know, catch the games that you didn't see.
I know all you guys, including me. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but even in the Super Bowl, when it's two teams you don't like, you're like, "Hey, you watching the Super Bowl?" Nah, I ain't watching that.
I just watch Super Bowl
still
halftime
watch.
shows. I mean, the commercials. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we still watch it. Though.
Family get-togethers, stuff like that.
Yeah, but I'm still watching Super Bowl. I don't care what team it is.
Right.
Like that Giant, or not that Giants, Tampa Bay. Or I don't know. It was like Warren game. It was like 3-something, 3-24, or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, you must be thinking of the New England Rams.
Yes, New England
that one
Rams.
sucked.
That's who it was. Yes, that was the one that was like.
Now the second one, not the first one. The first one was good when you had Kurt Warner and Tom Brady.
Yeah.
That was actually a good game, but that second one, that was horrible.
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah, that second one was complete ass. You know,
I almost turned off.
10-3 or something like this. It's stupid.
And then the sad part about that was New England gave them the chance to win the game, and they didn't take advantage of it.
That's why I'm not scared of Jared Goff. He's another Kirk Cousins. He's another Sam Darnold. He's just a pocket passer that he's good because you got Jamar Gibbs, Montgomery, you got St. Brown.
But you guys also have the same people, though. It's like you have the.
I did enjoy the Tampa Bay,
you got a good
Kansas
wide
City.
receiver. Like you guys are identical.
I'm not scared of Detroit one bit. I'm more scared of Buffalo right now. That's who I'm worried about.
You're not scared of Washington?
No.
They're playing you this weekend,
It doesn't matter if we win or lose that game. We're in the playoffs and we're going to get far.
I don't look at it that way. I guess I'm old school, but I look at like you better worry about the team ahead of you.
Yeah, week by week, that's what you got to worry about.
Why? What's happening?
And plus you talk about you ain't scared of Washington. There's a possibility that if you end with the number 2 seed, that's gonna be the team you got to play in the first round.
Well, that would be a dream. If I'm an Eagle fan, I'd want to play Washington. I don't think they're that great. I think that's the easiest matchup, but that's just me. I could be wrong, Tommy.
I agree with you on that.
Again, we'll see,
I'm
man.
down for playing them. I'm not scared of them at all. We already put the blueprint out.
You've already said you're not scared of anybody, so it doesn't matter, right?
Buffalo, I am.
Well,
you better worry about Detroit. You better worry about
They've already looked past that. They've already looked
Kansas
past
City.
that.
The Rams aren't a pushover.
They've already looked past the Rams.
Oh.
They think
Green
Green
Bay.
Bay stinks.
Green Bay.
The Tampa Bay, who they haven't beat in what? How long has it been since you beat Tampa Bay in the playoffs?
I don't think we ever beat them.
Right, but they're going to roll right past that. Again, one at a time, boys. One at a time. Jesus.
I don't really think We have beaten Tampa Bay, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I
but-
don't care. I'm just saying. I just find it funny. It's like you guys are just putting the cart before the horse. It's one thing to be excited,
I mean,
but
that goes way back to the Warren Sapp days.
you sound a lot like the Dallas players last year, thinking they were celebrating their victory parties against Green Bay and got their ass kicked.
I'm riding that bandwagon right now. I'm high.
Now you can, and that's what you should do. But again, I would still have one eye. I'd be like looking around the corner a little bit, especially
to Josh Allen. That's what I'm looking at. All the rest of the NFC, they nothing. I
think you're mistaken. If you got to see Jordan Love, you could be in trouble. But who knows? We'll see. We're gonna know soon enough.
Lawyer, try 1980.
So you're the only.
Oh
sane one in here.
yeah.
They're
You
all
went way
flexing like it's just a Super Bowl is just is a given. I'm like, dude, slow down a little bit. Everybody.
Is Minnesota and Philadelphia tied right now?
Yeah, but Minnesota owns the tiebreaker. So if Minnesota or Detroit win out, Eagles finish second. If they both need to lose one. So,
but if they both went out, then
they can't because they play each other.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Philadelphia plays Detroit. I mean, Green Bay plays Detroit.
Minnesota plays Detroit.
Right. That's
so
right.
one of them has to lose. Yeah. But again, I'm not telling Eagle fans not to be excited. I'm just saying, as a Cowboy fan, I would be like, I was concerned about Green Bay. I didn't think we would lose, but
I didn't either.
Yeah, I thought we kind of had it, but
it happens. Shit happens, especially.
You'd think they'd be up for that game because all the times Aaron Rodgers beat us in the playoffs.
Yeah,
but those guys, they weren't up for it. They were out, like you said, partying and all that.
They were setting up their victory parties.
Yeah, because they were talking about we're going to be at this certain place after the game after we beat Green Bay Sunday. And I'm like,
we owned Green Bay in the 90s, but ever since then, they've owned us in the playoffs. But in the 90s, we owned them. Brett Favre could never beat us.
Brett Favre, yeah, he busted our ass.
And Aaron Rodgers, man. But there's that one year we could have had him if it was a catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hell of a catch, too.
Des Bryant?
Yeah, Des Bryant.
2014.
Philly signed somebody.
That messed him up so bad.
Who won that Super Bowl that year?
New England.
Well, do you think you would have beat them in the Super Bowl with Brady at his best?
Yes.
The Rams. Seattle should have beat them. If they
you're right.
Play ball because they decided to pass the ball,
Instead of running the ball,
and they would have won that game.
Yep.
Yeah, Seattle beat themselves in that game.
Seattle should have beat them. Atlanta should have beat them. The Rams should have beat them. Half of those Super Bowls they should have lost, but they didn't. They should have.
If you think about it, all of I'd say 90% of the New England Super Bowl victories ended in the last play of the game.
Nice run by the quarterback here.
It was.
Even what was the first Carolina, was it? And
it was a 3-point game
with a field goal. Yeah, so every Super Bowl, but maybe one they could have lost.
Did y'all see where Michael Vick got a head coaching job? Norfolk.
No, man, I'm mad. He was supposed to come to my house next week to dog sit for me. I'm pissed.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Where did he get a job at?
It was like Norfolk State.
Oh, okay.
Because he's from Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk State Penitentiary. That's where he should have ended up for longer for doing what he did to those dogs, scumbag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't happy about that.
Nah, I'm a dog lover.
Yeah, I don't play that.
Oh man, I'm an animal lover, man. It's fun.
Yeah, I didn't want him on the Eagles after that whole deal.
Yeah, well,
The super team, yeah, right.
Namdi.
Now, who was? It was Vince Carter, Vince Young, not Vince. Who was it?
Vince Carter. It was Vince Carter.
No, not Vince Carter. Not the basketball. The quarterback from Texas that was running his.
Vince Young.
Dalvin Cook.
Vince Young. That's what it was. Vince Young was the one. He wasn't even starting, and he was the one sitting there telling y'all, "Oh, we got the dream team." He jinxed y'all. Y'all remember that?
Oh, I remember. I lived it. Namdi Asamoah went from hero to zero in one offseason.
Yeah, his wife is playing in a movie that's coming out on Christmas Day called The 688.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a World War II movie.
Ooh, I might have to go watch that.
Yeah, I saw the trailer today.
I watched this movie. It had it had The Rock in it. It had the guy from Spider-Man, and it had Captain America. What was it called? Help me out.
The red one?
Yeah, the one that just came out. It was pretty good. Where
It's on Prime, right? Yeah.
He was Spider-Man. The guy from Spider-Man was Santa.
Spider-Man.
That's that's a Christmas movie, ain't it?
Yeah, yeah.
About
I think it's called Red something.
That was pretty good.
I liked the new Deadpool. That was good. I saw that
Yeah,
on the way
yep,
back
yep.
from Dallas.
A lot of cameos in that.
Yeah, that was good.
I think they should replay Die Hard in the movies every year.
Yeah. I gotta watch.
Oh
that
yeah, that'd be
soon.
awesome.
I gotta watch the first and second one.
Yippee-ki-yay.
I always watch Home Alone too every year.
Oh, Home Alone. My wife loves Home Alone.
Yeah, Home Alone's
It's like
a good one too.
that. But my favorite Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, that one's good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's my favorite, man. It just every year I watch it, man. I just crack up when he's on that sled, and he's like, "Oh, this is how you get on the sled." And he that was funny.
So who's going to win the playoffs this weekend?
You mean college?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully my Buckeyes win, but we'll see. I don't know who else plays this weekend.
Why are you so
Yeah,
worried
that
that
game
your
is
your
tough.
Buckeyes aren't going to win?
Tennessee's not a pushover. I'm not going.
No, I'm not saying that, but are you worried about because your quarterback, or are you not fond of your
The
quarterback?
play calling. I'm just wondering what play calling, because we should have beat the crap out of Michigan, man. I mean,
I know y'all.
that play
should've.
calling, that looked like something Mike McCarthy would do. He just kept running the ball, and it was Chip Kelly of all people. So it's
I think
like,
one
and all
thing
he kept doing was running the ball. It's like you got Ibuka, you got freaking Jeremiah Smith. There's no reason why you should be running on every freaking play.
Who does Notre Dame play tomorrow?
Indiana.
Indiana.
Oh,
That's going to be I don't care what nobody say. There's going to be an upset in this first round tomorrow and Saturday.
I think Indiana will beat Notre Dame.
hit to the head.
Yeah, he hit him hard.
Well, yeah, well, let's look at the bracket right now.
And
We
then
can
you
look
got
at it.
who's Penn State play? Oh,
I'm
Penn
gonna
State
show
got
you-
it.
I'm going to show you the bracket. Here you go. You got
Go to
Indiana is at Notre Dame, 8 o'clock, right? December 20th, tomorrow night. And then you have Saturday at noon, SMU at Penn State. At 4 o'clock, Clemson at Texas. And 8 o'clock, Tennessee at Ohio State. So I think you got probably Notre Dame, Penn State, Texas. I think all the home teams win there. Don't you guys think?
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
So that'll be interesting.
You think Notre Dame will beat Indiana?
I do.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean that's probably
The only reason is
hardest
they're at
one.
home.
Yeah.
What are they, a 3-point favorite?
I think so.
And then you got New Year's Eve. You got Boise hosting the winner of Penn State SMU. So that'll be cool New Year's Eve.
Boy, Penn State kind of got an easy track.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, if they win that, they play with Arizona State.
And then New Year's Day, You got Arizona State versus Texas and Clemson winner. Oregon kind of got screwed as the number 1 seed.
They're the number 1 seed, right?
Yeah, and they got to play the winner of Ohio State, Tennessee.
Oh my gosh!
And then Georgia, the number 2, plays the winner of Notre Dame, Indiana. I think Georgia got the easiest.
I don't know. The starting quarterback for Georgia, they said he may not play.
Oh, really?
They say he may be out the first round. Yeah, because Texas kind of shook him up, man. That boy, when he tried to throw that pass last play before halftime, his throwing arm kind of it didn't look right when he tried to throw that pass and they got tackled him.
Yeah, it's going to be cold here, CZ. Real cold. Eddie Murphy. Oh God. So let me close my door. Speaking of cold,
are all the favorites this weekend playing at home this weekend? Is that what's going on in the bracket? Like all the home teams, are they the higher seed or lower seed?
Yeah. It'll be an interesting weekend. Football.
Yep.
A lot of good games on.
What I was gonna say, game time is one move you guys should make is keeping Zimmer as a defensive coordinator. You look at Van Joseph from Denver. He went to head coach, then he went back to defensive coordinator. Was that Wade Phillips? He went to head coach, went back to defensive. Some people are just meant to be coordinators, you know. And
like Dan Quinn?
Well, he's a better coordinator, yeah.
Yeah.
Some guys are just better coordinators than coaches, you know, and
I don't know. I just think that our defense
this year in
they were all spoiled by Dan
you guys
Quinn.
have had. Zimmer's holding it together. That's one move you guys need to make is keeping him.
Zimmer just needs to get his type of guys in there because all the guys that were there from last year, the Micah Parsons and all those are Dan Quinn guys. You know what I mean? So Zimmer likes bigger, fatter, type of plug, pass rushers and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what we do this offseason.
Oh, maybe he'll have a part in the draft. We'll see.
Because we got both our coaches are on 1-year deals, so there's a lot of stuff. Hopefully find out sooner than later. They don't wait till the last minute like they usually do.
They're going to do it so we'll all talk about it. You know it. I mean, what they're going to do.
Yeah, probably. Like Dak Prescott, he didn't find out till he got off the plane he got his contract. It's like, really, you should have been done, had that done.
Yeah, I think they need to take the owners out of the war rooms and put the coordinators in there.
Yeah.
I never see the coordinators in the war room.
But they won't let that happen because Jerry Jones, he made himself the GM and everything else. So he made his son Catboy player personnel, which I don't know how the hell he got that because he don't know squat about football. But
I don't either.
I can't. That's his title. I mean, but back in the day when we were successful, it was because of one reason. Because Jimmy Johnson was in control of player personnel. He told Jerry Jones, he was like, look, you can have everything else. Just let me be in charge of player personnel. And he got him in there. He groomed him. He intimidated him. He got him to play the way he wanted to play.
And that's why we need a college coach that's a top college coach that knows talent. Period.
There you go. Dion.
I'd take Dion over McCarthy.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, I like that, but that's not going to happen. I mean,
no, it's not.
It's just
that's not gonna happen because for one, Dion ain't gonna kiss Jerry's ass, and secondly, Dion gonna want to do it his way.
I think Jerry would let him because he's buddies with him.
Damn, Ultra. He's like, you can bring Vince Lombardi and Jimmy Johnson. We'd still suck with Dak. Like, damn. I really don't think Dak's the problem. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not defending him 100%, but he didn't have a lot to work with.
He's not the problem. I mean, when you have one receiver, your tight end got knocked out for what, 2 or 3 or 4 games this year. I mean, come on. Our offensive line was in shambles, it seemed like, the whole year until now. So Dak, you can't blame all on Dak. I mean, we were bad. Our defense was giving up big gashes. You know, when you got 2 guys on the defensive tackle spot where there's 2 guys that nobody else wanted, but we signed for some reason because we had nobody else.
Now, I will say this. I'm sorry, Brandy. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
I will say this about Dak, though. I do question his leadership. So I'm not saying he's not a good athlete, but I do question his leadership because you remember game time I sent you a thing on YouTube Messenger not too long ago where it showed Troy Aikman on the sideline ripping everybody a new ass.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see Dak Prescott do.
I would too.
Right.
That's where he's,
That's the only thing that pissed me off about Dak. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how many times?
He's not. He's not too controlling in a good way. And if you ask me, if he started doing that, they would listen to him. That's the reason why. And I'm gonna tell you this. That's the reason why That's the reason why Trayvon Diggs called him a bitch today, because it was more like Trayvon saying, "Dude, stand up. You the man."
I remember that.
Stop.
No, but I was there. No, that just came out super wrong. He was playing like you're just a bitch. He was just like playing like that. He was just like saying out of nowhere. It wasn't like calling him a bitch.
Yeah, but hear me out. If you're on the sideline calling your players out like Brady does, or you're on the sideline saying we suck, what's the difference? That's a big difference.
No, Brady would pull him aside and he would be like, "Hey, you gotta do this better. You gotta do this better."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dak's saying we effing suck. That's what he said.
All of them, Aaron Rodgers. You remember Peyton Manning got Jeff Saturday's face when he was bigger?
Yep.
Cussed him out.
Sidelines. They still
he was going at it. Jeff Saturday back then was a big dude. I was like, damn, Peyton didn't care.
Yeah.
He just got in his face. Like, what the hell is
back then, Jeff Saturday, back then, Jeff Saturday was every bit of 305, 310.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, you see Jeff Saturday now, he about 185.
Yeah.
That's
look like,
why.
What's that called? Ozempic or whatever that is. That's what it looked like.
Do you guys have any idea what Dak's record against the NFC East is, though?
It's really, really good.
It's good. He got a good record.
It's or something.
What's that?
12-3 or something like that.
No. Listen, I'm not here to say Dak is all that. We obviously know that he doesn't win enough in the playoffs. He's 2-4. Here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to share you his records. That way, you guys believe me. This is his record.
It's a winning record.
33-8.
I knew it was something like that.
His record is 33-8 in his career against the NFC East. So again, you can say whatever you want about him, but he takes care of business in the division. So that's for now until we get something better. You got Dak Prescott,
and I'm right there with you.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. 33-8 in a division, you can't move forward without winning your division. Dallas is pretty much playing, it seems like Dallas, Eagles. They're taking turns. So
not this year.
Again,
I feel like if we
just
worked on penalties.
Dallas won it last year, Loyal. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you can say whatever you want. He owns the division. That's not good enough for us Cowboy fans because we like hardware. We don't. Let's just like putting up. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. It's what you do in the playoffs. That's what it should be.
Tired of getting to the divisional round and
That's
losing.
what it should be for everybody. Winning.
But
Super
again,
Bowls.
I blame the coaches on that, though. I feel like we do the stupidest moves. We don't put the guys in the right
I'm
position.
not totally blaming him, but he also gives a deer in the headlights a little too much for my liking in big games. That's all.
And we had this problem before Dak. We had the same problem with Romo.
He beats up on easy. He beats up on bad teams. That's what he does.
And Romo was the same way.
Yeah,
we had the same problem with Romo.
Tell Dak his hardware is getting rusty.
Well, he don't have hardware. That's what I'm saying. There's not
I'm
many.
saying
But let's face it, Dak hasn't had the same great offensive line in the last 6 years.
Not in the last 6 years. No.
You know, and that's really what's hurt us.
Hardware. Well, then you're talking Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Outside of that, there's been no consistent team that's won any sort of hardware.
No.
None. Eagles
And
won
I
it with a
think tight
backup
end-
quarterback. That was great, but
Tight end is the key. Having a great tight end.
Well, that's what-
Look at all the Super Bowls.
yeah, well, that's what gets me to this week with Dallas. I think Tampa wins, but Tampa's defense isn't very good at stopping the pass, and that's where I'll be curious to see.
Jake Ferguson should be getting some targets.
Look for the tight ends to have a big week. So Schoonmaker, Ferguson, if they don't have a big week, we're gonna get rolled. So
I'm not making excuses for Dax. Like I said, I'm calling it like it is. I think he's a good athlete. I mean, I'm not saying he's perfect.
I'm on record to move on from Dak.
The only thing I wish I would like to see him do more is I question his leadership.
Again, I'm not here saying I want Dak long term. I'm just telling you what his record is.
Well, he is here long term for you guys, so we got to suck it up.
Well, he's there for a couple years tops, and then we can get rid of him if it's going the way it's been going. It's not good enough. What have you done for me? It's not enough. So that's the bottom line.
But
I heard he's signed until 2032. Is that true?
No, but it's all about guaranteed money, Bob. So after next year, we can get out of it if we wanted. And we'll take the same sort of hit that the Eagles took getting rid of Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's not
And
that big a
Denver.
deal. Look at what Denver did with Russell Wilson exactly. Look at what Cleveland, is going to do with a Massaji Watson. It happens all the time. So, again, I don't care anybody's opinion on Dak. I'm ready to move on, but we can't. Our a fearless leader just re-signed him, so we got him for another year or two, and then we'll go from there. So,
I really think that before Romo got hurt, I really think that they were trying to build that offensive line for Romo. But then when Romo got hurt, Dak came in and started winning. And that's when Romo said, okay.
That's why they got Zeke Elliott. They wanted Zeke Elliott so they can do that running game.
I just don't think you can shake a stick at 33-8. In order to do anything, you need to play well in your division. And say whatever you want about Dak. That's the one thing he does do is take care of the division. 33-8 over his career is a huge. You could say he's beaten a lot of bad teams.
One argument on that game time. That is good statistic.
33-8.
Exactly, Drew. It was built for Romo in 2016. I really believe that.
To compete with Giants of Washington have been asked for the last 5 years.
I understand, but again,
But Dak got lucky to play that year, though, because Kellen Moore got hurt, then Dak got hurt, then Dak had to get.
Well, having said what y'all all just said, think about it this way. How much Dak has gotten help from free agency each year? None.
None.
Zero.
I mean, they did get Amari Cooper.
Well, that
Amari
wasn't
Cooper,
free agency, though.
that wasn't free agency. That was a draft pick.
That was mid-season trade.
Yes, and
That
it
was a
cost
fifth-
the number
fifth lead.
one. But
Outside of that, they got Cooks when he was washed up. They should have signed him 2 years earlier.
But I'm ready to move on from Dak. So I've already made that clear time and time again.
We might draft a quarterback that nobody will think of that might come in and ball out.
Jackson Dart.
I mean, look at Dak. You can't tell me in 2016 when we had the draft, everybody was thinking about Ezekiel Elliott. No one was thinking about Dak Prescott doing squat.
No, everyone was all Carson Wentz and Goff and everybody.
I guarantee no one would sit there and say, "Oh yeah, I know Dak Prescott was going to start." I sure as hell did.
That's how Mark made his channel, though. He did believe in him.
I mean, I thought we was a running back away at the time because we just lost to Mark.
Mark did believe in him. Mark did believe in him.
Well, it's almost like Romo and Dak are like the same person. They get close, and then that's it, you know.
Yeah, again, I think Dak's reached his ceiling, so I think it's
think
time
Dak's
to move on.
best year was his rookie year. I think.
100%.
When we that playoff game we had against Green Bay, even though we lost,
he won 10
went
in
toe
a
to
row.
toe.
He won 10 games in a row.
Yeah.
Well, didn't the year before? Didn't he beat Seattle in the playoffs too?
That was after. I'm talking about his rookie year.
No, Dak.
No, that was 2018 when he beat Seattle.
Yeah, because 2017 they didn't do anything because Zeke got suspended.
Yeah, he beat Seattle at home on the last drive where he scored a touchdown. He ran through Bobby Wagner. And then he went in and beat Tampa Bay in Tampa.
Minus what you guys are saying on playoffs or whatever.
That's what it's about.
Statistically, if you look at his numbers last year his numbers were through the roof.
Yeah, but again, you get to the playoffs and shit the bed, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's the bottom line.
Hey, but didn't you guys do the same thing? Go
fans not looking at stats.
Shit the bed too.
What's that?
Didn't the Eagles go like 10-0 and like shit the bed at the end too?
Yes, they did.
And lose their division and almost have the division. Kind of like what you're saying now.
No, we're talking about last year, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about last
shit
year.
to bed. I agree, but so did the Eagles.
Yeah, we weren't even talking about the Eagles. Yeah.
So I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah.
We were just having a particular conversation about Dak. But
I get you, man. I get you.
Wise, I think was last year. He had a great year statistics.
Yeah, but again, it's all about the playoffs for us. So it's not really about you putting up regular season stats. I mean, it seems like we keep having to defend ourselves because that's what you end up going back to. I just want to win a Super Bowl.
I'd love to have an Eli Manning.
But I think this is time we start. Like I said, Jerry Jones and the Catboy need to get off their ass. And
I don't give a shit, Loyal, if we have a backup quarterback who takes us to a Super Bowl and win. Now, I'm telling you, there are some content creators out there, and I'm not going to name their names, who will be upset if his name isn't Dak Prescott. I could give two craps if it's Dak Prescott. Sorry.
I don't give a shit. No, as long as it's like,
but as well as I do, there will be other people that won't quite be as happy if it's not Dak Prescott holding the trophy. Me, I don't care about it.
I just want to win. I agree with you. I think we need to really look in the mirror. We need to rebuild this team up because let's be honest, like I said, D-Law's on his way out. Zach Martin's on his way out. You know, we need to
look how fast Tony Romo fans went away and was like, we need Dak in there. We need Dak to play. Dak needs to retire.
Had his opportunity though, and I think Dallas kind of let him down a little bit on that rookie deal. I know he had talent around him, everybody, but they could have went out and stacked the deck in his favor, and they kind of looked at him and go, well, hey, I think there were things that they could have done on the defensive side of the ball that could have maybe put us over the top. But they didn't do it. And, a guy like Howie Roseman, he would have. He would, if he was running the Dallas Cowboys, he wouldn't have went out.
Right, he would have.
He would have went out and added that extra pass rusher or a friggin' linebacker or somebody to put us over the top. It wasn't necessarily
but our coaching
offensive.
and GM won't allow us to happen.
So you got to give the Eagles and him. I think Howie Roseman is the best pro personnel guy in the league.
And Howie Roseman, he had a chip on his shoulder. He had a chip on his shoulder. So he came back. I mean, you remember that 1 year, Howie Roseman, you remember that 1 year every time Mark plays that thing where he says, I'll fire Howie.
Closet.
He had a chip on his shoulders. He came back shooting,
He was
But see, with Dallas, they don't have that pressure because they don't have the pressure because Jerry Jones
will get fired or nothing like that.
So no one can fire him. He can do whatever the hell he wants to do. And his son, he knows at some point he's going to own the team. So they don't have that pressure on them. Howie Roseman had a
What a
shitload of
pass.
pressure on him.
Wow.
If you lit a fire in Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones' ass, or
That's really what's going on. Exactly.
I'm telling you,
thought
man,
it
the
was
ghost
my
of
guy,
Christmas
Randy.
Future or something needs to go haunt Jerry Jones' ass and tell him you need to stop messing with this team.
No, 100%.
I think
Well,
what it's going to amount to is the season ticket holders. It's got to say that it's not us. They're going to make their money no matter what.
Or like Thomas said, maybe the football gods, they need to haunt Jerry Jones' ass.
No, but he's right, Randy. He's right. We got the ticket holders have to say, hey, we're gonna stop buying our tickets. We're not going to your guys' games anymore.
Nope.
We're not
But
showing
it
up.
don't matter
Nope.
because other teams will buy all the tickets.
While
Ticket
that's
holders
true,
though, they'll make the money though.
I mean, they're paid. I mean, don't they have a college football playoff game in AT&T this? I mean, they had to
Going
think
for
about
two.
this year.
Cotton Bowl.
Is
The Cotton
Texas
Bowl.
playing?
I think it's New Year's Day.
This year
The Cotton
alone,
Bowl.
they had the Mike
Whoa,
Tyson fight
what a
over there.
catch.
What a catch!
Holy
yeah,
shit.
Jerry Jones. Yeah, he's smart with that though. With
They had
You
Mike
guys
Tyson
watching the
fight
game
there.
at all? Or did
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am.
yeah, that was a nice
Jesus
touchdown.
Christ.
That was a hell of a catch to tip it to himself.
My God, that was a 2-point conversion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. That was awesome.
Anyway, go ahead.
So I mean, you think about all the revenue. Jerry knows what he all that revenue, man. I mean, and he can't be touched right now. He don't have to answer to nobody.
But look at
That's
it
the
this
problem.
way: if Jerry would build a winner and he would bring the fans back, and everything would go up. I mean, I
Yeah, I
don't
know.
understand his reasoning why he doesn't want to pay out players.
Well,
People don't understand that Dak got paid $600,000 the first 4 years he played. $600,000.
yeah,
Could have given him a
Nothing.
10-year contract, and we'd still be on that contract if he would have been smart. But he was
Yeah.
stupid.
he's stupid.
Stupid,
Stupid. He knew what was going to happen, and he let it go because he didn't want to pay the extra little money it would have cost to keep Dak. And that's why we're in the situation we're in now.
See, the Jerry Jones of old, he was hungry. When
Yes.
he first bought the team, he owned an oil company. He came in and
want to score some points.
he had to build it up. Now it's built up to where he can't do anything else.
He's comfortable. He's comfortable.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's on
making
top right now.
money. He doesn't have to worry about. He's got his $300 million yacht out in the ocean there, and he's enjoying life. He don't care.
Yeah, and as long as he's there, unfortunately, you guys are going to keep having this conversation year after year.
And I agree. Yes.
And when
Nothing
the
will
fa-
change. It's a repeat thing.
I think things are going to start changing because I do think that, when you see the stadium empty in the third quarter, it does affect everything because he looks foolish. I don't care what he's going to affect.
Make another Mike Tyson fight. He don't go.
Nah, he don't. It ain't gonna hurt him. I mean, he's got Netflix. He's got documentary coming up on Netflix.
I know. That's another stupid thing. That's just, it doesn't stop. That's what's crazy.
He don't care. They're
Hey,
just
like Thomas said, the football gods need to haunt Jerry Jones's ass.
No, they already had.
No, I mean they need to literally haunt him like they did in the freaking Christmas Story. Like haunt him and show something to light a fire in his ass.
I like that.
And then plus, his bus rests along with the football gods.
Have
and I
Tom
bet you that-
Landry come in there haunting his ass.
And I bet them other bus are saying, "Look at this motherfucker." That's what they're saying.
Look at this bitch sitting here.
Boy, that was a heck of a catch.
It
Wasn't it?
was, man. Hell of a throw. He got hammered. That was probably another
That might
foul.
might be the catch of the year right there.
Oof. Jeez. That was 2 back-to-back great catches.
That'll definitely be on the highlight reel.
Yes, it will.
Hey, at least we got one of the best field goal kickers in football, right?
We got that going for us.
Yeah.
And returner.
Probably our one and only Pro Bowler this
Best
year.
returner.
Now we'll
Yeah,
have a
you're
few
right.
Pro Bowlers.
Your special teams is great.
Well,
Other
flag
than
football.
You'll have
other than
Turpin.
punt.
Yeah, Turpin's leading the league in return yardage. You got the field goal kicker. That's 2. You'll probably get a Tyler Smith. That's 3. I don't know anybody else.
It would have been. It would have been Demo until let.
Yeah, it's I said. Overshown was going to make it. Micah will make it, so that's.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate about Overshown, man. He was playing
so
good.
He'll be back. He had a surgery. So
I swear, it's a curse on the linebacker, man. Every time we get a good linebacker,
that's why I was saying, like Leofau we have, right? I think if Zimmer comes back, you bring Kendricks back, and
Osa.
Well, no, I'm talking linebackers, but like I don't think you're gonna. Damone Clark is gonna go, so you're gonna have to get more linebackers in here.
Is he hurt right now, Damone Clark?
No, he's gonna play. He's playing Sunday night. So,
he's all right.
You know, that's one name I haven't heard from.
Right? What?
Go get me Dre Greenlaw.
We had one good game. I want to see consistency.
I agree with you.
Who's that?
Osa Digizuma
No, he's had a great year.
I don't want to say it, bro. He has a couple great years.
No, he's had a great year. His whole year, his grade is through the roof this year. He may make the Pro Bowl.
He needs to sign him right now before all these contracts go out.
Yeah,
but he's not going to be
Make
smart.
him feel good. Go out there, take him out to dinner, and be like, "We're going to sign you right now." How do you feel about it?
Leofau Overshown is going to be a good tandem. Yeah, Ultra. What's his name? Osa. He's played well all year.
Yeah. Some tell me that they're gonna give him the franchise tag.
Well, if you could find a defensive tackle to put next to him, that would solidify a lot of stuff.
Who's
a young, hungry one, not no washed up bum.
I agree. Not no bargain basement guy either.
I told y'all.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Oh yeah,
bro. We should have got CeeDee Lamb's cousin last year in the draft. That wide receiver.
Who's that?
The guy that plays for Buffalo.
Coleman.
Oh yeah.
Coleman.
Huh?
Keon
Coleman. Yeah, Coleman. Oh man.
You talk about Twiz. That's not the human seatbelt. That's the human airbag.
What I would do.
Oh, Carson.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's out with.
Going with that crap. He put out the thing. I'm the seatbelt. I'm like. That's what did it, man. He got there, ran his mouth, and said, "I'm gonna be."
He jinxed himself by saying that.
I would take that 21 away from his ass.
Yeah, he don't deserve to wear 21.
Nah, he don't deserve. Just like
speaking of numbers, Overshown needs to get rid of 13.
Yeah, well,
I didn't like 13.
That's the owner. He won't give him 0 because of Rowdy. I'm like, that's 0, Dick. And this guy's a jag-off. Sorry, excuse my language.
Rowdy can just wear an X or something.
Rowdy's 0. We can still have a 0.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, CeeDee Lamb wanted to wear number 10. Jerry made him wear 88.
Hopkins was his favorite player.
Shut up, Siri. That's Amarius Mims, Oklahoma, right there.
Oh, wow.
That was interference. That was interference.
Nah, he actually made a good play on the ball, though.
Well, he had his other arm.
Yeah, he did. Did they call it? No. No.
It was underthrown, so they didn't call it.
You guys are ahead of me, so I don't know.
I like it.
I just don't want to run it back in the first round.
Nah, me neither.
Yeah, Brian, I can see Leofau doing a good job in Demo's place.
Yeah. Leofau is actually Leofau is not the unbelievable athlete that Overshown is, as far as blowing plays up in the backfield. But Leofau actually might be a smarter player right now, not gambling on gaps, because I know you're watching some of the guys talk about Overshown. He made some mistakes. He wasn't a perfect player. He was basically a rookie. He just has unbelievable athleticism, and it was just a shame for him to see him get hurt. But there was multiple times where he picked the wrong gap. Instincts were just not there at times, and he gave up a big play here and there. So I think Leofau is actually more sound right now. It's just he's more consistent, but not as flashy. But both of them together moving forward, knock on wood, we got to make sure that Overshown can get healthy. He's had the surgery. and prayers up that he's able to come back. So.
I think he'll come back, but I don't think it's going to be until 2026.
Yeah, or it'll be if we're lucky enough to be in a run next year. They said he could potentially be there. And listen, you would want him on the sideline in the locker room. So,
yes,
like you wouldn't turn that away, but he would have to be 100%. This is now his career on the line. Can't have any more. It's both knees. You can still be fine with this day and age, but you have to be careful. You have to. He hasn't gotten the bag yet. You know, he was a third round pick.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten his yet.
So he needs to be smart, which is why I was telling David Montgomery to get the damn surgery on your knee, son. It's MCL. Yeah. I get it, but you need to do what's best for you. Do not mess around and try and play in the playoffs. That's just me.
This could be a that would give you more incentive to sign Parsons now.
Well, did you hear what Parsons said today?
Yeah, he's going.
He doesn't expect $40 million. He just wants a fair deal.
Yeah, so video incoming.
And that's the way it should be, man. All these guys talk about, I want top dollar. I mean, no, this.
He wants to stay and win a Super Bowl in Dallas. That's what he.
Yeah, he wants to be a Dallas.
These guys need to stop being so selfish.
You want them kind of players on your team. That's the kind of play. Dak should have came out and said, "Hey, I'll take less if you'll go do this and do this."
But at the same time, it's these agents getting in these players' ears. It's not the player. These agents, man, because they're trying to get paid. So they'll say, I guarantee you, they'll Mike is saying that right now, but when it comes time, you'll start hearing conversations. Oh, he's wanting more. And
Leah Fowl is hardly played, so how would you know?
But it's the freaking agents.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
Leah Fowl is hardly played as far as a start. He was behind Overshone, but he was our 4th round pick this year. So how would you have any clue of what he was? You thought Overshone stunk until this year.
I think he had a sack and a half last week.
Yeah, I know. Look, we know the deal. But again, how would Drew know how Leah Fowl? That's not how you spell his name either. It's not even close. I mean, how would you know about him? He hasn't played much. He's behind Overshone and Kendricks.
Leah Fowl played on special teams.
Yeah, he hasn't played much. So how would you know?
Right.
I mean, his upside is huge. Better. Right now, he's average. I mean, I don't know what. There's no need to dog the man. You don't know him.
Hey, at least he's getting to play. We finding out what kind of.
You said he was overrated, Drew. That's what you said. He didn't even play yet. He's overrated. He was having a Pro Bowl season, Drew. Those are facts.
He was having an all-pro year. Yeah. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, Overshone?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Mark Hutchinson. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, Mark Hutchinson. Thanks for always supporting the show. And you're a class act. Thank you. Not just because you super chatted, but...
No, he supports you so much.
No, but I'm just saying, he doesn't shit on me every other day like some people.
Well, game time, you gotta send me your address. I want to send you something.
Who's going to be an eagle flag or something?
No, they got these,
you can use it in the bathroom.
Mark Hutchinson, thanks, brother.
Nice toilet paper, right?
That's right.
I'll email it to you, Bobby. I'll email it to you. I have yours as well.
They got these pretzels out here. You
like do they? Nice.
They're spicy pretzels. They're called spretzels. They're awesome. And then we have a beef jerky factory out here called Taylor Sausage, and I'll mail you some of that too. You'll love it.
Yeah, Drew. All due respect, Dean is nowhere close to DeMar being Overshone. Dean is not all pro.
Way.
Dean isn't all pro, bro. But and listen, I'm not here to crap on your guy, but if you're trying to compare Nakobe Dean to Overshone, then that's it's almost. I'll be nice. I'll leave it. It's not even close, bro.
We'll just let it play out for right now.
Again, I don't understand. That's just man, that one's a.
Brian, what Vinny said? Brian, you're getting fat. What are you talking about? I was looking at the chats.
Huh?
I'm getting fat. What are you talking about?
Nah, you look the same to me.
Thanks, Vin. Appreciate it.
But he's wearing black, and black makes you look slimmer.
Yeah, happy holidays, bro. Jesus Christ.
Well, there are some freaking cutthroats on this thing, aren't there? My God.
Yep, it's the internet.
Holy crap.
It's Christmas time, man.
Be a joy and freaking man.
You must have a lot of Eagles fans hating on you right now.
You're too good of a guy, Brian. Don't listen to him.
What's that?
Snore those guys, yeah.
Stuff coming at you. All that negative stuff. We're just trying to figure out how to get through the football season.
Oh, he's saying okay. He's saying he's just okay. He's saying you're just saying you're getting food sent to you. That's all he's saying.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Oh,
no, I'm looking at
everybody does it.
I was gonna send Mark home some, but he stress eats too much.
Poor Mark wears his feelings on his shirt.
Nah, a lot of that's gamesmanship.
Yeah, I know.
He kind of. I'll leave it at that.
I know.
He built it a little bit.
The funny thing is, when he ain't got nothing to talk about, he'll just come straight up trashing the Eagles on a video. It's like, bro, what do we do to you?
Yeah, but that's what he's doing. He's antagonizing you.
Yeah.
He's trying to bait the hook. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah. He got me a couple times. I got fired up and trolled his ass on there big time. I said, hey, why don't you just choke your chicken and shake your rings?
Did Herbert just try to do a Patrick Mahomes?
Herbert
sidearm.
I don't know what he was doing there. He didn't have much of a chance.
No. Oh, Zach. Man, this turned out to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, it is.
I told Brian early in the week that this game was going to be an air raid. It was going to be a shootout.
I think the first time I met Game Time Brian, he read one of my trolls. I was like, hey, did you hear about Jerry's new girlfriend? Her name was Dixon Cider. That's how I met Game Time. And then
on his channel,
I just troll him to piss him off. I'm like, hey, dink and dunk Dak. And then that sets him off right there. Anything you say about Dak.
Who's that, Mark?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but Mark, you could easily just say anything to piss off.
I like him. He's funny, but I like to troll him. It makes it even funnier, you know. Like troll him in a funny way, not hateful, you know. Just say anything about Dak, and it'll set him off. But all you guys have good content. You're all cool.
Until y'all lose in the first round.
This guy, who brought him here?
Hey, I gotta have fun some way.
Hey, I understand. Hey, I'm chill. I'm just confident right now. I was really, worried with all the drama going on until we beat Baltimore. We beat Pittsburgh. We beat Washington. We beat Green Bay. It's not like we're beating up scrubs. This is gaining me confidence. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to believe now. And who knows, that's why I'm only worried about Buffalo, because I'm looking at the quarterbacks on some of these teams. I'm like, well, geez, we beat them already. That doesn't really mean that much, but they're not that good. I've seen them in history, like Goff in the Super Bowl. And, I'm not worried about Sam Darnold and JD5 or whatever the hell you want to call him until he proves himself. You don't even deserve a nickname right now, Show me something. Eagles have been there. They're close, and we're going to see what happens, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Hopefully we'll get there. I mean, I'm confident at the same time, though. You got to be when you win 10 straight, right?
Yeah, I gotta give it to y'all.
Not true.
Y'all had
Yeah.
y'all's backs up against the wall, and you respond. That's something. That's something I wish I could say about my team. In big
Yeah, I
games, you
agree.
guys show up. In the big games for us, we just fucking melt down. The guys just turn out to be punk bitches, and I don't know what it is.
Well,
That's
I,
what
I
I
just
will
wish they would
say.
get fired up for these games and go out here and show who they are, but they don't.
But
But it
that's
seems
again, that's
like,
why I keep on saying that. It should be the coaches firing you.
I mean,
not
we
like,
beat up
oh,
on
I'm nervous
teams that we
before the
should,
game.
but when we play these big games, primetime games, they lay down, and that pisses me off.
And I don't for being an older guy, I don't understand all of that. I mean, when you play your competition, you play up to them if you're going to
And
play.
I blame everybody on the team from that.
I do too.
I blame Dak. I blame Micah Parsons. I don't care if anybody gets pissed off. Everybody failed as a team. When it comes to these big games, they need to show up. They can't be out here bullshitting around and saying, "Oh well, we weren't." No, you should be ready for these freaking games. You know when the schedule comes out.
I lost a lot of money on that Dallas Green Bay game last year.
You know, just like
Tom Brady, I guess, you made a story up that he was him and somebody were working out or something like that, and he's seen the schedule, and he's like, this is what I want to do. This is my goal. And he put the Super Bowl. This is what I'm winning. This is what I want to win.
And in fact, Mike McCarthy, he just sits there and does nothing. He should be getting in their ass. Like, look, man,
Yeah.
And that's what pisses me off about him. It just seems like every time I look at him, he just looks like he's looking at Grubhub or something, trying to figure out what he's going to order. I mean, the guy's got to.
Loyal, I had Dallas winning the Super Bowl last year. I really did. And I don't know what the hell happened. I mean, I don't know if they underestimated Green Bay, they took them for granted, or what. They're a way better team and they got smoked. It was
Well,
weird.
they did like what the Giants did that one year when they was all on the boat with Justin Bieber. You know, it wasn't that extreme, but
we celebrated way too
early, and it's like
we were just.
That's why I hate. Like if I was the owner of the Cowboys, I would cut out training. I would cut out Oxnard. I mean, fans would hate me because I wouldn't be having fans go there to watch them practice. It would be closed practice, no fans, no distractions. Focus.
That's what Mike McCarthy wanted. He didn't want all this. He didn't like going on.
These guys are showboating, getting autographs and all this crap.
Why the fuck are you guys going to California anyway? Shouldn't you be in Dallas,
I ain't going no damn California.
That's what I'm saying.
I live here, so I've gone.
Pay a lot of money to go there just to watch them practice.
To me, it doesn't really cost me nothing. It just costs me gas, $50 to get down there.
I just don't understand why you're a team in Dallas and you have your practice in California.
Because Jerry Jones wants the money.
It's cool. Yep, exactly. He has the California fans. They go over there and watch him and pay the money. But it was reasonable at one point. VIP was reasonable. It was $300 one-time fee, and then you go all summer long if you wanted to. The whole time it was there. But instead
go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. What you're going to say is $300 a day.
Yeah, now if you want to get under the 10, it's $300 just for one day.
Yeah.
Which is, if you're going to pay $300 just to go see practice, you're crazy.
Well, you just go on the other side and pay $20 to get the autograph area. You just don't get the shade, but you can walk in and out and do whatever you wanted. It's a better deal. That's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, didn't I admit now, Drew? What are you saying, Drew? I'm sorry, I was looking at something. You still bringing my name up, bro? Nobody said Dallas is going to the Super Bowl.
Robert said last year, or someone said it last year.
Yeah, I never said they were going to Super Bowl last year either. I don't know what he's saying. I said Dallas will win 10 wins. Yeah, okay.
Clemente, they're having a Netflix. That's more of the problem. It's just going to build Jerry Jones's ego up.
Yeah, it's a distraction. Too many distractions.
Your numbers say you're above average defense. I just said I don't think you have like that many guys that are, it's not like I don't know. I just feel like your team outside of Jalen Carter, who else scares anybody? It's not like you have that fantastic edge rusher. You just play very good as a unit. There's nothing wrong with that. But you take that as a slight. So it's not. Yeah, that's what I said. The numbers are good, but outside of Jalen Carter, I mean, you got the rookies that are playing okay, but whatever. There's not many. You don't have an edge rusher. What are you talking about that's hate?
Pretty much. I think Dallas is doing pretty good with a whole bunch of rookies on their defense.
Or a whole bunch of nobodies.
Yeah.
Hey, we got the no-name
Hate would be
defense of
taking your wrench
Miami
away.
won.
That would be a hate. So people can block your nonsense. That would be hate. So keep it up.
I think you should earn your wrench.
Yeah, again, I mean, out of like respect, but again, I said you have a great team defense. You just don't have a lot of players that I would like over my players. That's all. Okay, if that makes you like everything is against Dallas with Drew. That's the thing. Look, what do you care about what we have or what we think?
They better worry about Washington.
Dude. All right, here you go. Watch this, bro. There you
Bro,
go.
bro.
There you go.
Now, Drew, to make you feel good, I mean, I'll give you guys this. Whenever everybody's told you
I'm
that
minding
you
my own
couldn't beat a
business,
team,
and I look up at the chat, and he's doing nothing but you're bringing my
blocked
name
now.
in it, dude. Come on, bro. Now, there you go. Chuck got him.
Well deserved.
Again, I give him a lot. I'm minding my own business, and I keep seeing my name.
I need Herbert to throw one more TD to win a bet. Damn.
Well, I need my fantasy football so I don't lose my last place, and then I'm fighting for last place right now in my money league.
Ooh. Ouch.
Do you know what's so crazy is that's the first time I ever seen the Chargers owner ever.
You know,
how many times have we seen Jerry Jones? We see him all the time. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
And you turn on the radio or TV.
You'll never see any other owners, but you see Jerry Jones's face.
And he's talking about eating squirrel brain right now. He's crazy. What the hell is going on with him? Yeah, my daddy and my sister, they be fighting over the squirrel brain.
Run it.
Attention.
First down.
It's just Jerry, he's an attention seeker.
Yes, sir. He's funny though. I love him.
I don't hate him, but I just wish he would stay out of the limelight.
Yeah.
That might be game right there.
Yeah, I wish he'd stay out of the limelight and just keep his mouth shut.
And I wish
that's a late hit.
That sure was.
Clemente, I think Jerry Jones gets more TV time than Taylor Swift. I mean,
you know what?
Jerry Jones gets more TV time. You see Jerry Jones' face more than you do Taylor Swift.
Oh my!
Shoot, what a run!
We should do a count next time. Count how many times.
I mean, Taylor Swift's way better looking to look at, but you see Jerry's face more. You see Skeletor all the time.
Yeah. He's always leaning back. Just frustrated too.
That's game.
With Stephen Jones right side of him.
Did he fumble? Oh.
Yeah, he fumbled, but I don't know if he fumbled. I mean, he may have been down.
Oh,
he's down.
His knee was down.
He's down. His elbow hit too.
Who got the ball? Denver?
You know, I know this has been a bad year, but, you know, next year's going to be a better year no matter what. It's got to be better than what it's been this year. And we'll have our say then.
Yeah, we too much of a good team to, you know.
I hope we rebound, man. I really do.
I do too.
Because if we have 2 consecutive losing seasons, our fan base is going to go nuts.
Yeah.
Right.
Or I'm going to say that this is purposely.
We wouldn't have had a losing season this year, though, if it wasn't for all the injuries. We wouldn't have went far, but we would have won 9-10 games.
We would have been in playoffs.
You have to be better, and you will be better. Trust me. NFC East will be good next year, minus the Giants.
Randy, remember when I told you last week, if if half of our team would have been on, if half of the players that are injured now were playing, we will be in the playoff run. Remember when I
I
told you
believe
that?
so too. I believe that. I believe we
Yeah,
because
I
we had
agree with
how the
you
hell
there.
we have 12-5 season last year. You know, the year before that. Year before that.
And
Well,
like
one thing
this
Philadelphia is
year,
going to find out next year is they're going to have a harder schedule.
Come on, get in there. Yes, is that a touchdown pass?
Yes, it's a pass.
yeah, this year was just
It's a
Let's
shuttle
go.
pass.
I got my bet game time.
this year was just like I said, players aren't used to Zimmer. They're used to Quinn.
No, you're right.
And it showed.
No, Zimmer even said it in the interview. He said he had a hard time in the beginning to get adjusted with the players and then just going in and out and getting realized what their talent was. He said he made a mistake. He didn't realize that it was too late.
A lot of the defensive players didn't like Zimmer when they first started, but now Parsons is they're good friends.
Yeah. And I think Parsons didn't really like Zimmer at first.
I don't think so either.
Because he was a Dan Quinn guy.
Yep.
That's it. You're loyal to somebody.
Yeah,
and then
I don't blame
somebody,
that at all.
I don't either.
It takes time to warm up to somebody.
I mean, it's like you go to your job, and you lose a good supervisor, and you're like, what the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Takes time to adjust and get better and get, you know.
And now they like Zimmer. And if you get a couple of defensive tackles in the draft, free agency, wherever, this team is going to be back next year. I'm telling you. And one good receiver will be back.
You gotta think, man. I just think the morale was down in Dallas. Everything. Players just gave up, man. They just like, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean?
Well, when we started having injury after injury after injury, that gets to you after a while. You think, well, what the heck? You know, we're hexed or something.
This year.
And Philly, you know,
you guys will be back. Don't sweat it.
Philly, y'all been lucky. I mean, really, you've been lucky because you haven't had any injuries.
No, Philly did. They did what they needed to do. They did. Philadelphia did. They did what they needed to do. I'm not taking that away from them.
They went out to free agency and got players.
They got Saquon. They figured okay, and we didn't. We didn't
adjust to what we needed to get fixed.
Our stubborn front office.
Nothing major, CZ though. You guys haven't had any season enders.
No.
Everybody loses guys here and there. I mean, I'm talking season ending. That's thank God, you know.
I tell you one thing, look up the strength conditioning coach for the Eagles. We have one of the best in the league. I'm starting to wonder last week if Dallas has one of the weakest guys at strength and conditioning because it seems like we can't even run and not get a hamstring.
Brown, right? Is that who it is? Britt Brown, I think. Yeah.
Is it? Is he a good coach? I mean,
he's supposedly one of the better ones in the league, but you know, not this year.
Not this year.
I'm kind of looking at him side-eyed. I'm kind of getting it.
I will be too.
You know, like you said, Brian, he's one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the league, but this year, kind of looking at you, I'm kind of giving you the side-eye, dude.
He took the year off this year. He has something else going on. Oh, what the hell? He was past the line, but he threw it behind him, so I think that's legal. Or if the quarterback does it, you can't do it.
You can throw it behind. As long as the guy's behind him, he can throw it.
I think if it's the quarterback.
It was behind. There's a flag.
Coming back anyway.
What's the rule on that?
That's what Kelsey does. It's a back lateral.
I think as long as you're throwing it backwards, you're fine. If you throw it forward, then it's you can't do it.
Yeah, because Kelsey's done that a few times.
Oh, they got another penalty anyway, so it don't even
Well,
matter.
it didn't matter. He was past the line. Well, I don't know. I don't know what that other one called
They got
was.
like 2-3 penalties anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
Well, you Glimmerman, you're right. These strength, they can't help what happens on the field. But when you got players like CD, when players sit out too, that's what hurts them too. When they refuse to come to training camp. Oh, I want to get paid. That's the crap that pisses me off when they're just sitting at home. And then, I mean, look at it happened to Des Bryant that year. He got paid. He broke his foot. I mean,
yep.
There's got to be a better way than that crap, man.
The one thing I want them to stop doing less of is celebrating. Like when they just get 1 or 2 yards, they'll go out and do like a bow and arrow flex or do feed me crap. It's like, dude, no, stop doing that. Earn something first before you start celebrating.
I would say you guys are in the top 5 of teams with the most injuries, though. That's for sure.
We are.
Oh, San Fran. We're right there at San Fran.
Bosa.
San Fran's another team that's going to struggle this next year because they got to pay Purdy now. If they don't want to pay him, they're going to have to go after another quarterback.
But who's to say they might go move on? I could see San Fran moving on from Purdy.
I could too.
They got a GM. They got a GM in the front office that doesn't
It all
care.
depends who the coach is going to be.
That's the other thing.
If it's Shanahan, he's tied to Purdy.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's not Shanahan, then we'll see.
San Francisco gets rid of people real quick. I noticed that.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Chuck. But at the same time, I mean, when you do stuff like that, it's you let your team down. I hear what you're saying, though. As far as you got to do what you got to do to get paid. But if we did that crap at work, we'd be fired.
See, a lot of people don't know.
If I were to tell my job, oh, I'm not coming into work tomorrow until you change this, and this, they're gonna laugh.
See, a lot of people don't know that the Bottle still run the 49ers. Put your thinking cap on. Who's the owner now? Lisa York. Who is her big brother? Eddie the Bottle. They still run the team, even though the NFL took the ownership away from him. They still run the team. She got owner beside her name, but she runs straight to her brother if there's a problem.
Well, it hasn't worked for him for 30 years.
Whoa. You said take less money and lose respect. I'm just saying that these players now, they it shouldn't be about the money. I mean, it should be about wanting to go out there and win a Super Bowl.
Well, Tom Brady didn't want to get the big bag. He was always like, no. Just
all these guys now, all they want to do is get paid. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about the fans that are out there spending thousands of dollars to go watch their team play. They don't look at any of that. They're just looking at their payday.
Yeah.
Well,
Mike is full of shit. When he says 30 million, 40 million, I don't care. Yeah, right, bro. Wait till the contract comes up. I don't believe that.
For some reason, I believe that. I don't know. I don't know. I think he will. Mike Parsons, I feel like he will kind of say, no,
We'll see.
Well, back in the day, when Jimmy Johnson took over, he went to Michael Irvin. Michael Irvin said he asked Michael Irvin which guys just want money and which guys want to win, and he said this guy don't want to win, and he cut them. And even Jimmy Johnson to this day admits that happened.
Yep.
Did they sign Jimmy Johnson as a player personnel last year or something?
Do what?
Was that a rumor, or didn't they try to sign Jimmy Johnson back as a player personnel or something?
Consultant. That was just
he's a consultant is what he is.
Yeah.
And I believe Belichick was too.
Yeah, you're right.
Jerry Jones is so full of crap. He didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Blowing smoke again?
Yes. That's just so he could get his name in the headlines again.
Yeah.
Wow, the Chargers really turned this one around.
Yeah, they did. It looked like they didn't even want to be there early.
I know. That's Herbert showing his the young Oregon quarterback, he's the man still, you know.
Little
the young boy
wisdom, buddy. Little wisdom.
got to admit, Herbert took Bo Nix to school tonight.
He did.
Yeah.
I like where Denver's going, though. I mean,
Denver's up and coming, though. You know, that's the thing. They're getting better. They're gradually getting better.
Both of these teams are.
You know,
it's going that coach of the year. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna come down to the two coaches you see tonight and the coach up in Detroit.
and I
So
bet
come
you,
down.
Well,
I bet you Denver and the Chargers, they'll be busy in free agency next year. Something we probably won't do.
You know what's crazy?
We'll just sit back and do nothing.
Depends on who's on the coaching staff, though.
If we don't do anything, then we're not going to win again. Well, I wouldn't say we wouldn't win, but we're not going to go farther than the first round.
What Audrey said? Does Loyal wrestle Mark Holmes for Dak? What the hell are you talking about?
Told y'all Steven don't want to go to Louis Vuitton. He don't want to go to Chanel. He don't want to go to Macy's. He's not gonna go to these stores to shop.
He wants to go to Dollar General and everything.
He going to Walmart and he's going to Temu.
He wants to go to Family Dollar and he wants to go to the Dollar Tree and he wants to go to that thrift store.
Even TJ Maxx or Target's a little too much for him.
Now he'll go to Temu, like you said.
Yeah, I like Harbaugh, Dave. I like Harbaugh.
You know, you go through Temu, you get things late. So that's kind of how Jerry Jones is. They sign players too late and they get them cheap. So he'll go to Temu.
I kind of feel bad for you guys in a way with Jerry in charge there. So it's
No, you don't. Don't give me that bull. You know
You
damn
like
well
it.
you're happy as a lark.
Well,
no, you don't.
I
You're
am
being-
in a way, but in a way, I do have feelings too. You know, it is just football at the end.
Like when you're cut, you stick that knife in the wound and you turn it.
It's not like my whole life. It's just football. So I like to
understand.
You know what I mean? I'd be
Just
frustrated.
pulled your leg.
But deep down inside, we know, Robert, inside you're thinking, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to win this
I've
division
seen
this year.
it in the content creators when you guys signed one free agent.
Yeah.
You guys already knew the season was over.
Yeah.
Before the season started.
Well, I gotta give Leo credit. He said that all he wants to see is activity. And I do too, damn it.
That's
but
what
we
I
don't-
wanna
We
say.
don't see enough activity. Hell, remember we had live streams about free agency and thinking, this is gonna be a big live stream, and we only had seen one player get signed. That was crazy.
Yeah. I mean, think about this. You guys put the same exact team you did out there last year and you got beat by Green Bay, right? And they got better. So what's that tell you for this season?
I don't know what it's gonna take, man.
But again, we didn't have the same people out there, though. We had our rookies out there and people that were, that how to
We
get
lost how
adjusted
many
to it.
players over the off season, but 8 or 10 players over the off season we lost.
And
And
then
we-
to lie to your fans and say you're going to go all in.
That's what pissed me off.
Well,
And
that's
he
what
kept
ruined it
saying-
right there. saying
Yeah,
they were
he
running
kept
all in.
saying it too. That's what really pissed me off.
Right.
Who's that?
Jerry
Jones said he was going to go
We're
all
all
in.
in.
Yeah.
He'll probably say it again this year. Oh, last
Nick
year I
score
was,
again.
Or it's like that.
Shit,
I'll
I
write a
should've
check
started
Yeah.
for the
next.
Super Bowl.
kicked the
Sprint,
field
or,
goal.
write a
Okay.
check to go get to the Super Bowl. or
I'm
something
gonna
like
say,
that. It's the same thing.
Don't listen to his ass.
Yeah, you
Don't-
can't. Remember what he said about Des Bryant? Oh, I was thinking
27,
about signing
shit.
Des Bryant. I was in the shower. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's quite disturbing.
I was confused. I'm like, what the hell is he
Oh, I was
talking
thinking.
about?
I was taking a nice long shower, thinking about signing Des Bryant. That sounds kind of creepy. Like what?
Yeah, that's creepy and disturbing.
It's a good place to think, though. I'm not gonna lie. I do a lot of thinking in the shower. But yeah, it's creepy.
I was straight up confused, Thomas. I'm like, all in? What is he talking about right now? I'm like waiting for something big to happen, and it never did.
Or go and sign in Derrick Henry or something like that. That's what I thought. That'd be going all in.
Yeah.
No, they couldn't afford him. Is what he said.
Yeah, he didn't want to go
He
pay
said
4,000.
he wasn't our type of running back. Remember, he said that he didn't fit our system.
And then come to find out, he had the money to sign both CeeDee Lamb, Dak, and Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry said he didn't even want that much money.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to play with Dallas because he got 2 cribs in Dallas. And he wanted to move his family down there. That was
we didn't
it.
get Troy Lance. Oh my gosh, then perfect opportunity.
Not only that, Thomas, he didn't even pick up the phone to call him.
Trey Lance could have been Braylon Allen. Think about it.
Yes, sir.
He didn't even pick up the rotary phone to call him.
I wonder. Oh, this is the Chargers. I wonder if they're going to show that Asian lady on here. Remember her last year?
I think she was a plant. She was a plant.
That annoying Asian lady.
She was cute, actually.
She was straight plant.
Because Jerry too cheap to have a cell phone. He was too slow to dial the phone, and so Baltimore got him first.
Deion, we need you.
Bob, you know nobody's laughing at you.
Oh, sorry, bro. You're the one that brought it up. I was agreeing with you.
Oh, she was on the pregame, Oscar? Okay. I didn't
Oh, they're still showing her, huh?
Asian woman.
The Asian lady, the annoying Asian lady that was.
Oh, was she on the pregame show?
Oh, she was there?
That's what Oscar said.
Oh.
Hey, Thomas, I just got to get 1 or 2 digs in on Dallas, maybe weekly, It's funny.
Why every time you say something, you always come to me? I'm just a regular dude.
You're my friend. I like you.
Oh no, I don't think so. You probably get me killed.
He don't want you to like it much.
I thought you went to church. You're always wearing your Sunday suit every time.
I do, but you
now
being cool.
You want to take
cool,
my eyeballs out
with the enemy, man. Being cool if you like sleeping with the enemy.
Whoa, pause. I'm just playing around, man.
Huh?
I said I'm just playing around. I love all you guys. It's just fun football, I just hope you get better. I want some competition next year, bro.
Oh no, we're gonna be better.
You know what I want for Christmas? I want to be able to tell you, man, that's too bad y'all lost in the playoffs.
Oh,
I don't want nothing else. Just get that. Please, God, please.
It's probably gonna happen with Sirianni, so don't worry about it.
That's what we're all hoping, because we know he's got one in him left for this year.
I'm sure, bro. He's not that smart. Something's wrong in his head.
But I have to say, Kellen Moore has not. He's surprised me this year a little bit. He's done a little more running than passing.
Yeah, he's looking. Kellen's looking good.
Who was the new GM of the Dallas Cowboys? Can you guys talk about it? Thanks.
But
Say what?
I just want to see how Kellen does in the playoffs, because Kellen was good with us until we got in the playoffs.
Who was the new GM for the Dallas? No, it's still old man Jerry Jones, unfortunately. Danny. Well, that's
what were
it.
You saying, Lloyd?
That's a final, everybody.
Yep. Chargers came back. That was a good game.
The Superchargers, the 34-27. I should have started the Broncos quarterback. He got me 20. No. I didn't start him though. He got 27 point.
Brian, are you going to stream the Dallas game?
Probably, yeah. The game itself. I'll be out all day though. I won't be streaming during the day. So I'll stream the Cowboy game, most likely. Yeah.
For all you guys out there, if I don't talk to you Sunday, Merry Christmas to y'all and your family.
Yeah, thank you. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to get out of here. It's been a long day. I'm going to go to bed. Do it all again tomorrow at the post office. But all right, everybody.
You've been busy.
Oh, yeah. I'll talk to everybody. You have a good night. Late.
All right.
Take
it easy.
Go Washington.
Come out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.